Morning. Hopefully this is all set up and working properly. I'm just grabbing the dive alarm there for the fucking soundboard. Bear with me. Shooby-doo, talk amongst yourselves. Right, I'm gonna need that. Oh yes, the dive alarm. Fucking, that's what we want. We want the dive alarm in there. In MP3 format, I think. Thank you very much there to Toby. Oh damn, it's been 7 months and it feels more like a couple of days, hoping for many more. Thank you very much, Toby. Welcome back, starting as a new year. We're going to be doing obviously a little bit of Cold Waters today, and I'll probably do some streaming in the evening as well.
Oh, yeah.
It is the afternoon. It is in fact, well, I mean, I've just woken up. Thank you very much to Hex there. I hear Japan wants to re-legalize whale hunting. Perfect opportunity.
Oh,
part of the America or the NATO Navy. We won't have such opportunity. We probably will. Drillspark says, can't stay as I'm at work, but where did 14 months go? Very, very, very good question. No love for my 14 months villager. I did see it there. I was going to write something in chat, but I got sidetracked trying to find the dive alarm. So yeah, thank you very much to everybody there for dropping in and saying hello. Also a big Sunday morning gamer. A big hello to them. Welcome.
Yeah.
Roll Eyes as well. Thank you very much for the tier 1 sub. All aboard. The sub's taking on many new crew members today, so we're going to see obviously what's going on there. Okay, so if I click this, I should well get the dive alarm. Let's just open up my Stream Deck software. Just going to be a couple of minutes here while I get this all in place. Thank you very much there to Dima1904 to subscribing with Twitch Prime for 12 months. Grey Bear. Gone up to the Grey Bear, still watching this quality content. I don't know. The quality content's what we're here for. Grats on surviving New Year's. I got irresponsibly drunk. I was going to stream yesterday, but I was hungover like a 4'4" head, so I decided to get my head down and have some sleep. And Windows is telling me about bullshit that I don't really care about. Like, really, Windows? Like some fucking what?
Oh
What?
yeah.
Okay, this is like fucking adverts galore here. This is why you never turn your ad blocker off. Right. So I've got that. I've got this. Divealarm.mp3. That's where it's at. So if I open the Stream Deck software, again, just talk amongst yourselves. We should have everything in place here. So if I put if I put stop audio there and then play audio here, I can put it's going to be in downloads here. Again, bear with me. Submarine dive alarm. Let's give it a try. God, that's quite loud. Let's turn that down just a little bit. About there. That's not too ear rapey. It's an alarm. You're meant to hear it. So that's the stop button. That's the start button. That's the soundboard button. Sorry, bear with me. Sound pack. We'll just call that folder sound for now until I figure out the fonting. And I think that's it. I think we're potentially, possibly, maybe, actually, could be ready to load the game here. So let's fucking find Cold Waters. Let's see. Morning, Novi, or afternoon, or whatever fucking time of the day it is. I came back. I did just for you, Novi, and yeah, no, just for Novi. There we go. So let's fucking play some games. I need to set up a capture window. Talk amongst yourselves. Let's see. Coldwaters.exe. Maybe. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Well, it's actually the wrong resolution, but don't read into it. It's fine. It's fine. Fit to script. Look at that. All better. Hopefully we don't drop any frames today. As I say, we're not doing Divinity. We're not hosting a server or anything like that at the moment. So with any luck, the 60 FPS connection will hold. We'll find out though, I'm sure. So let's close all of those things as they don't need those. Let's close that. I've got my stock footage. We open the game again. The animation comes back. I think we might be in danger of actually playing the game here. So we're going to rock and roll with the new campaign because I can't remember where we started last time. We're going to go with the North Atlantic 1984 campaign, I believe. Not really feeling the South China Sea at the moment. Commander, let's go with Commander Quebec. With it spelt terribly. Quebec, there we go. Commander Quebec, lovely. Thank you very much there to Elf. I shall ask again, throwing bits away right here. Is your New Year's resolution to stream more? Yes. We've got to do a little bit more streaming every now and again because people are subbing for no reason. Basically, I'm not giving them any reason to sub or fucking any reason to start. Why people have, I have no idea. Actually, don't have a sausage. Obviously the Divinity streams are all right, but they're twice a week, and we can do better than
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, we're going to be just fucking around, playing some games and stuff, getting back into some of the smaller games, the Long Dark, Duskers, and things like that. We've got stuff to look forward to, and then as soon as we reach the end of the New Year's resolution at Easter, that's it, gone forever. That's gone out of there. But no, in all seriousness, planning to get back into sort of a regular streaming schedule, give you guys something to watch, because I know we've got a really sort of niche pocket of games here. Games that, I mean, who else plays Cold Waters apart from Jive Turkey and occasionally Jingles? Like, I don't know. So for people's submarine fix, I really don't know how else to help them. Thank you very much there to Azure Sea Knight. Nearly a year of subs. Wish I'd done it sooner to support this lovely Joe. Again, misinformed. Cheers, mate, and people subscribe for your charming personage. No, they don't. I don't know what they subscribe. Just fucking. Did I miss something? What did I do? Let's see. When U-Boat and Wolfpack comes out, I'll get another sub fix myself. Yes, definitely. Okay, so submarines, that's what we're here for. We're selecting a vessel to go into the Third World War with. The Cold War has gone hot, them Russians are at it again, and we're going to obviously read the newspaper clipping. We've got all that stuff to do. Karma the Alligator, Happy New Year, Q. Happy New Year to you, Karma the Alligator. Thank you very much. I believe that's 15 months. Quite an old bear, this one. Quite an old bear. Thank you. Very, 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 very kind. Right. So, subs versus subs. Yeah, exactly. You got it. Right out of the gate here, I'm going to tell you a little bit of the submarines that we've got. My memory of these is Hagi, so Hagi? That's what will be tried later. It's a little bit vague, as my submarine sort of knowledge has leaked out of my ears slightly. So I've got to get back into it. Happy New Year there to Flame Striker. Thank you very much, sir. Happy New Year to yourself. So, the Los Angeles-class nuclear attack submarine. The notes here. In service since 1976, this class was the first to be designed from the outset with a towed array, and the first to return to the 30-plus knot speeds of the skipjacks. Originally designed to screen carrier groups against Soviet submarines, they combine high speed and excellent digital sonar and fire control, and the most advanced quieting available to the American Navy. With the addition of Harpoon and Tomahawk missiles, these boats are as capable against enemy shipping as they are against submarines, their only drawback being their relatively large size, and that they are very expensive and less manoeuvrable and deep diving than the earlier Sturgeon classes. So a very, very expensive high-tech submarine, part of the 688 class. Or I don't think this one's necessarily the 688, I think this is just a Fleet 1. Well, no, it's not the definitive 688. This is the Fleet 1, the first iteration of. They made two more, I believe, the Fleet 2 and ultimately the Fleet 3, where the fins come off here and go down here, and they've got this special paint over it that makes it quiet and all kinds of good stuff. We've also, a towed array. We've got a rivet array at the back there. So let's see what we've got in terms of other equipment. We've got the Narwhal. Kind of a favourite of mine, this one. I might be tempted to take the Narwhal out this time. Sort of an experimental Sturgeon class. It explains it here. This ship is a one-off design. Crotax, thank you very much, mate, for 5 months in a row. Fucking very, very kind. Thank you. Cheers, man. This is a one-off design intended to take advantage of a very quiet natural circulation S5G power plants. Now, thank you very much, Epic Beard in progress. I can't even get started with my beard. It's fucking bold as the day I was born. So yeah, no Epic Beard for me, but thank you very much, sir. Enjoy your emotes. This submarine here, the S5G plant as it describes down here, basically took advantage of an experimental nuclear power plant, because again, all of these submarines that we'll be playing today are nuclear powered. And nuclear reactors, as you'd imagine, create a certain base level of noise. You can't ever turn them off. You know, they're fucking. There's a base level hum that they emit, which, if you've got an ear for, a very sensitive sonar equipment, you can hear. A lot of it's to do with pumping the water and things like that. But the S5G plant was an attempt to create a naturally circulating nuclear power plant and fit it in a submarine, for the sake of making the submarine quieter. Now, it was just an experiment. I imagine it went extremely over budget, and it was incredibly expensive, and so one ship was ever built. It would seem that the cost of having it made didn't necessarily outweigh the benefits of having just a conventional pumping one. So while this submarine is one of a kind, the USS Narwhal, it's very, very sort of niche, and that they didn't produce any more than the single one. But yeah, that's the towed array. That's not an exhaust, as contrary might think. The towed array, again, the previous submarine doesn't have one. It has this beam here that runs down, which is part of the towed array system, but doesn't necessarily have an exhaust. The actual towed array comes out there. And a towed array, for anybody that doesn't know, is actually, if you think of it as like a crate, a wagon that you tie behind you, it's basically a piece of very incredibly sensitive sonar equipment that you drag some distance behind your own submarine in an attempt to mitigate the noise that you make, because obviously you've got your own engines and your own nuclear power plant running on board, so your sonar suite, this dome at the front and these sensory equipments up here, are also picking up your own noise. So the further away you can take that reading, the more accurate it is. So they used to put incredibly sensitive pieces of sonar equipment basically on the end of a string and drag it behind them. I think it might even have been like a kilometre, connected by a literal cable or a wire. And it used to sort of bob across on the surface. It used to sort of hang up by the surface and listen up there. And then once you gradually got faster, you could it would sink down and it would become less clear. So the slower you're going, basically, the better it is, because it doesn't sink, it floats. That's at least my understanding of it, anyway. Right, let's see. So what else do it say? That was the Narwhal. The Sturgeon class, relatively staple at the time. This is sort of where most of the American nuclear fleet was driving at the time. So, in service since 1967, this class formed the backbone of the US attack submarine fleet during the Cold War until about the mid-1980s. Stealthy, maneuverable, and with an excellent sonar suite, these boats can match up to any but the very latest Soviet boats. Their only drawback being their relatively low 25 knots top speed, which is quite slow for the time. Little me 02, New Year also means new month. It certainly does, and thank you very much, sir. That's how many is that? 5. That's very, very kind of you. Bobbing along, that's right. Up to 3 kilometers in length, the towed array cable. That one's coming out on the left side of this one, so up to 3 kilometers. It's yeah, it's pretty fucking good. Modern towed arrays are also equipped for communications. Very, very good. Every day is a school day. Right then, let's have a look. What else have we got? A Permit class. Ah, yes. Slightly starting to get quite dated now for the 1984 campaign. These are quite old boats. We have got the Permit class, that's this one, in service since 1961, so this is the 1984 campaign. This started service in 1961. This class introduced low-frequency sonar and rafting, making them orders of magnitude more capable than earlier SSNs. So anybody wondering what this designation is, submersible submarine of a nuclear class, so a nuclear-powered submersible sub, that's what that stands for. Originally named the Thresher class, they were renamed after the lead ship, the USS Thresher, sank with all hands during trials in 1963. That was, at the time, the worst nuclear submarine disaster in history. Although quiet by Soviet standards, they are inferior to more advanced Sturgeon and Los Angeles classes. So that's all good there. And then last but not least, this is a wagon. This is a bicycle at the Grand Prix. This is an old girl. This one here, in service since 1959, the Skipjack classes were the first attack submarines to feature the revolutionary teardrop hull. So we imagine this sort of teardrop shaped design to be sort of staple. This was Genesis. This was the first one that really took advantage of that in the American Navy. It took advantage of this revolutionary teardrop hull and single hull construction with a single shaft, so a single propeller shaft. They have been refitted with quieter propellers and towed array over the years because, again, sort of acoustic dampening, how quiet you are has come quite a long way. Lots of, different fittings and bearings and different techniques that they've learned over the 20-30 years that the Skipjack's been built. But again, fundamentally, it is quite a loud craft. So, even with all of this advanced quietening, it's still pretty much a rust bucket. But not too bad, though. One member of this class, the USS Scorpion, sank with all hands near Azores in 1968. Very, very weird one. They don't know exactly what sunk that. They've got theories, but they're not entirely sure. So Gingerbeard gifting to Gingerbeard here. So we got Capitan, Gingerbeard there, subscribing for 1 month with Capitan. Pitian? Just Gingerbeard again. Subscribing for 7 months. Thank you very, very much. Welcome, welcome. Is it Caterpillar here? Is there any Swedish vessels in this game? There are no Swedish vessels in the game as a base. There's actually, if I reach over for my glasses here, so I might be able to read chat a bit more easily. There's no Swedish submarines, but there are mods that add things. There's basically the biggest mod for this game is called More Playable Subs, and they've done a very good job of recreating, with the assets that they have at hand, various different submarines from the different navies with relatively accurate historical data and so on. Capitan is just the Dutch word for captain, good to know. Are there any Novodian vessels in this game? I'm not sure. I haven't checked. There could be. USS Virginia for life. Yes, we got it. Yeah, they'd be too loud. Blades in there with the sick roast. So, does anybody have any real preference today? Obviously, we've got the Skipjack submarine. We've got the Los Angeles class being the most modern one, the largest one. The Narwhal, the top secret science, secret super duper S5G circulation plant. We've got the Sturgeon, which is the staple backbone, run-of-the-mill, pretty much everything you need to do. And the slightly dated Permit class. Does anybody have any preference on submarines for us to get started here? Because goodness gracious me, we've been going for a good few minutes now and we haven't even got into the water. We've been flapping our gums for such a long time. We've got to read the newspaper clippings. We've got to do all of that. Play surface ships. I wish I could. We've got Zenith there going for the LA. We've got the Skipjack, a couple for the Narwhal. The oldest one. Thank you, Thrax. Cheers, mate. Narwhal, LA. A couple of people for the Narwhal there. Skipjack / LA. Could do. Narwhal again. A tin can with a propeller, yeah. A couple of bin lids banged together as well, Dave, eh? Let's see. Delay? LA? Narwhal. Quite a few coming through for the Narwhal, so we shall play in the Narwhal class. So yeah, this one, an experimental Sturgeon class submarine fitted with a quiet nuclear power plant on board. So we'll see just how much that helps us as we go on here. We've got a full weapons complement of Mark 48 torpedoes, mobile ship simulators or submarine simulators. These decoys are able to trick enemy torpedoes into targeting it instead of us, but they're very sort of touch and go with how well they work. The UGM-84 missile, which is the Harpoon, the TASM and the TLAM, standing for Tomahawk Anti-Ship Missile and Tomahawk Land Attack Missile. So this one's for attacking ships, and should we get a mission to attacking land objectives. We come equipped with a Search Radar ESM and mass mount of the BPS 1415 series. We've got an AN-BQQ5 active and passive sonar low frequency hull mounted suite, which is just down here. And we've also got a TB16 passive sonar low frequency towed array, which will be coming out of this little yoke here and getting dragged some kilometers behind us for the sake of isolating our own noise and trying to find enemy contacts more accurately. So we're going to click accept here, and we're going to get into the water. From the Commander-in-Chief of the Atlantic Fleet, new command assignment. Effective immediately, you are hereby assigned command of a Narwhal-class submarine, USS Narwhal, SSN 671. Congratulations and good luck in your new command. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. So right out of the gate, we've got some newspaper clippings to read you. I'm going to get lots of words wrong and so forth, but just to set the scene for the people that haven't seen this before, it's been a long time since we played it. Quiet nuclear power plants. It's a quieter, it is an oxymoron. So, the 17th of November 1984. What will Reaganism mean for US foreign relations? New President-elect Ronald Reagan has begun his term in office by taking a harsh stance against the Soviet Union. The former Californian governor, once Democrat, is reputed for his anti-communist stance and for rooting out communist sympathizers in Hollywood during the 1950s. The new US president is regarded with suspicion in the Kremlin. The Politburo, I can't remember that one. Sources claim that obviously Russian, President Reagan is regarded as somewhat of a cowboy whose presidency risks spurring controversy and conflict instead of continuation of more Dante-oriented policies of Jimmy Carter. So, we'll move on. English is hard, as they say. Chicken of the Void there, thank you very much for 9 months. Never forget. Okay, Brezhnev's legacy, stagnation and paranoia. Analysis. The death of General Secretary Leonid Brezhnev is sure to result in considerable debate behind the Kremlin's walls. The last decade has been one of stagnation and increased bureaucratization of the Soviet colossus. An unmanned diplomatic source was quoted in a recent Time article stating that the constant provocations from the Reagan administration have created an elevated and permanent anxiety concerning American aggression within the Russian police, essentially, or the Russian inner circle. President Reagan should think this over. It is very dangerous. Here we go. Provoking the bear. Is Reagan pushing too hard? Opinion. With the recent announcement of the Strategic Defense Initiative, the SDI, several independent political and security analysts are expressing a growing concern that the Reagan administration may be pressing the Soviets too hard. Tensions between the Soviet Union and the US are continually increasing. The increased US military spending, followed by President Reagan's denunciation of the Soviet Union as an evil empire, raises the question of just how the Kremlin will react. Oh dear. Okay, it's quite a serious picture, that one. Soviets down civilian airliner. International outrage as the Soviet Air Force shoots down a Korean Airlines aircraft over the Aladdin Islands. All 269 passengers and crew aboard were killed. The Politburo issued a statement claiming that flight KAL-007 007 was on a spy mission on behalf of the United States. We regard this as a deliberate provocation and test to our military preparedness, or even an attempt to provoke a war, the Soviet Minister of Defense has said. Tensions between Washington and Moscow are now elevated to a degree not seen since the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. Overall, the military readiness is heightened as NATO exercises in the Pacific and Atlantic are denounced by the Soviet Union as a deliberate, imperialist provocation. Lovely. Is the political executive office of the Communist Party. So the Politburo is the political executive office of the Communist Party. It's good to know. Just say political bureau. Thank you very much. I can't rattle off words like this. My head doesn't work. Pershing missiles deployed in West Germany. Deployment of the new Pershing II nuclear ballistic missile has commenced in locations around West Germany. The introduction of this upgraded medium-range tactical, air quotes, nuclear missile into the United States' arsenal has already been a cause of considerable controversy between NATO and the Warsaw Pact, as well as within Germany itself. Independent political analysts agree that the continuous escalation of the arms race, each side's fears of the other's technical superiority, and the strong anti-Soviet rhetoric of the Reagan administration all adds up to a volatile situation. Moscow's latest threat to withdraw from further arms control negotiations is seen as a particularly disturbing turn of events. The question looming over Europe now is how the Soviet Union might react should it consider its diplomatic options to be exhausted. Right hand for wanker. The fucking hell. Hello, I'm back from being banned. Oh my god, that is a blast from the past. From being banned myself, playing computer for 2 months, as always. Iov from Thailand. Well, no worries. Right hand for wanker. Welcome back. Fucking hell, blast from the past, mate. Fucking Jesus. Welcome back, sir. Good grief. Soviets thought nuclear drill Able Archer was real. Washington. In a congressional hearing today, the director of the Defense Intelligence Agency, Lieutenant General James B. Williamson, told the Senate the DIA's assessment of the Soviet response to NATO Able Archer 83 exercise was held last November. Thank you very much to Helms Fam. Thank you very much for 9 months, mate. Cheers, man. How can somebody be this bad at reading? Shut up! Quebec, it's love. Love, is it love? Is it love? It didn't say. I'm sorry, you're going to have to bear with me. You're going to have to bear with me, folks. We'll get to the game soon. I'm better at driving submarines than I am at reading basic English. It's terrible. Q still seems drunk. No, I want a medal for reading all of this. There's a lot to read here. General Williamson told a story that is a little too close for comfort. The DIA has concluded that the Soviet Union for a short while actually believed that the United States was preparing for a first strike nuclear attack, using the exercise as a cover. Thus, Soviet strategic nuclear forces were placed on high alert for at least a week. Tweedledum the one. There we go, I read that one right. Took me a minute. The strong reaction corroborates the strange, oh God, honestly, I'm just so bad. Diplomatic relations between the US and the Soviet Union. Years of terse anti-communist rhetoric, deployment, comma. Just bear with it. Should we stop there? There we go. Let's just get on with it. I've had enough. Let's just get into the fucking game. Right. Okay. This is better. I can read this. He says. So the USS Narwhal, bugger off. The USS Narwhal docked at Holylock. Let's see here. So what have we got? We have got a tactical situation on the 17th of November 1984. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. Intelligence has discerned a pattern to movements of enemy at-sea replenishment tankers and tenders. A small enemy force, including 1 or 2 of these ships, is expected to sail from Murmansk shortly for a rendezvous near the North Norwegian coast. You are ordered to find and sink this group before it completes its replenishment of enemy forces. You may also get a chance at the enemy submarines this group intends to support, but the tankers and tenders are the mission target. Copy that. Not like he gets that much practice reading chat. I think that's a teeny weeny bit true, to be honest. I think that's real true. Yeah, no truer words have ever been said. In today's news, shit's fucked. I should have just said that, yeah. Primary objective, locate and sink the enemy's replenishment tankers and tenders. Secondary objective is to locate and sink any nearby submarines if possible. Our job's to avoid detection by enemy ASW patrols, and we are ROE yellow, rules of engagement. Weapons free on designated targets only. So we're not ROE orange or ROE red. We can only sink the people that we are obviously here to sink. We can't sink other Soviet shipping. We can only sink the ships that we have been dedicated to or tasked with destroying, so just the targets. MCOM as well, maintain radio silence until otherwise directed. So we are fully stocked. Let's take a look and see what we've got aboard. We are packing 12 in storage, 4 in the tubes, Mark 48 sonar-guided torpedoes. We have got 2 mobile submarine simulators and 8 Harpoon missiles. I'm not really going to play with that loadout at all. I think we're going to get underway. The 8 UGMs is fine. I may choose to load some TASMs later. So we're going to cast off and we're on our way to the North Norwegian coast. So this is the tactical map. Coming up over the north tip of Scotland here, and we're going to stay in the deep water and make for the North Norwegian coast, which stretches all the way up here, I learnt recently. So we could be intercepting them anywhere around here. All I know is that we're heading at full steam. Wales are Soviet subs, right? Hey, long live Quebec, have you read Red Storm Rising? I have not. Hang on, here we go. There's our target. We want to get there quickly. Did I get it? We found something. Right, so we're in very shallow water just off the Norwegian coast, so we need to be careful here. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 289, designated as Sierra 1, indicating it was found via sonar. EXO reports that our depth is at 600 feet, heading 321, speed is 20 knots. Local conditions are stormy with high wind, and there is no surface duct or thermal layer. We're going to close to 20,000 yards and rig ship for silent running. Stand by.
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Rigging ship for silent running. Turn the propeller for 5 knots. We're going to slow down. Everything that is unnecessary has been turned off to reduce our audio signature. Helm, bring us up to, dive, bring us up to 4-5 feet. Periscope depth.
Depth 4-5 feet. Dive by.
No problem. Hello. I saw you earlier, but it didn't quite click. Hello, SWAT Knights. How you doing? Welcome. Contact me, Daddy.
Contact bearing 278. Designated Sierra 1.
Sierra 1 has been identified. Relatively quiet low band here. Sierra 2 is coming up as well.
252. Designated Sierra 2.
Sierra 2I. Let's start with submersible contacts. You see we've got these 3 very bright ones, but 2 dim sonar contacts down here. No active sonar yet. They don't have an inkling that they've been intercepted. We're now into surface ships. What we're looking to try and find is a replenishment tanker or tender. A Don, no? Is that a Don? Looks like we've got a Don. Mark.
Con sonar.
What's
Sierra
a Don?
1 is classified as merchant.
Merchant ship, Russian, armed with B-34 deck guns and a radar suite, 9,000 tons. Looks like we have found our target potentially, or at least a resupply convoy. Interesting. Very unique signature here. Not quite. Komsomol doesn't match here. Let's keep going. Got a merchant, just a normal merchant ship mark.
Sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as merchant.
We've got active sonar coming from this merchant, so this merchant is not a merchant. Redesignate, go for surface warships. Could it be? Not a
Con sonar, new contact bearing 263, designated Sierra 3.
Hard to say what we're up against here. Can't get a solid solution on the Sierra 2 contact. We're going to bring us up to periscope depth. We've breached. Stand by. Sea state's quite high. We're going to raise periscope and search for Sierra 2.
Up scope.
Bearing 253. Warship, mark.
Con sonar, Master 3 is classified as escort.
There's another merchant ship. That's a giant container ship there. Scope is awash. ESM contact Echo 4 marked. Down scope. So Echo 4's been marked. We've got the Don class. Echo 4 could have been that merchant. We're going to need to fire on that Krivac. Bring us down to 600 feet.
Make depth 600 feet. Dive high.
Hold current course, please, Helm. Getting screened on active sonar. Beautiful. Right then. Let's have a look here. It's not the merchant. It's not coming from the merchant. Yes, it's more than likely coming from Echo 4 and the Krivac. The Krivac's coming this way. Let's take a look at our target data. 10,000 yards, 27 knot speed. He's not moving fast enough to detect a launch, I wouldn't a second. And the ambient noise is 104 decibels. We may be able to sneak a passive homing torpedo his way. Let's ready 2-1. We want to fire it. Just about. Firing point procedures, bearing 241, range to enable 4,600 yards, ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 1.
Con fire control, we've lost the wire.
Lost the wire, aye? Interesting, what's going on here? The merchant ship is having to change course. A very high sea state. Losing the wire wasn't very favourable. But we'll see how it goes. Reload a Harpoon missile in 2-1. Okay. Let's have a look here. At Longley, Quebec, you have to send an investigating torpedo to the merchant to see if there's no other troops hiding there. It could be that the Russian Navy's intercepting that merchant ship to try and search it for, you know, arms supplies or, you know, check what it's doing here, that kind of thing. A show of force, if you like. Harpoon missiles getting put in. Torpedo is away. Still on intercept course with the Krivac. It may not even find it because the torpedo's down at 600 feet. We'll see though. So far no retaliatory fire. We'll come closer. Or no, should we come closer? No, we'll stay at our current course. We want to go for the Don. We'll change course this way. Bearing 281, helm.
Come left to 281, helm aye.
So far, so good. Bearing in mind that we're staying passive, the ship that we're fighting, the Krivac here,
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
have slowed right down. Makes 170 decibels in noise, a very noisy ship, but our own vessel is 115. We're very quiet, and that's down to the circulation of the S5G nuclear power plant. Our audio signature is very quiet. They've slowed down for the sake of torpedo detection. Krivac is now down at 5 knots. It thinks it's found a torpedo, and it is going to attempt to radio that in. So there's a very good chance that this will be detected soon.
At 600 feet, dive high.
If you like submarine games, I suggest you try Silent Hunter. I could do. Isn't launching torpedoes at ships dangerous? Certainly is. We'll see what happens. He's speeding back up again, 7 knots. We want to be careful here.
Con, helm, steady course.
Am I? Or can I? Okay. We're going to rattle off another one. Or rather, should we? Difficult to say. Looks like the merchant's being brushed back the way he came by the Krivak. Looks like he's moving this way. I don't think this torpedo will find him. Too far away, I reckon. But we'll see. It will activate soon, and then we'll have a good idea. One can only hope. Once this warhead turns white, it means it's active, and it will start going into a snaking search. And we can only hope that it will intersect with this. Again, he's not coming to the surface to search, though. He's staying down at 600 feet because of a misconfigured launch. Should have set them to surface. We'll set all of our torpedoes to surface, just in case I make the same mistake again. Okay, so he's now active, going into a snaking search. Beautiful. Active sonar. He's speeding up. Will we get a retaliatory launch? Yes. He just dumped a torpedo. Hang on, we've got a lock. We've got a lock. Stand by. Stand by. We've got positive affirmation of a lock on the target. The merchant's still in danger, but the passive homing warhead on the Mark 48 torpedo has found its mark. Very interesting. Torpedo should now... Hard to say where that torpedo is exactly. No, I don't have the wire information. I'd guess it's on a surface search. Can't see the reactive fire yet. We're going to take a precautionary measure and come down to 800 feet, just in case that torpedo's coming.
800 feet, dive by.
He's now moving too fast to detect us, so we're going to loose another torpedo on the
Sonar,
dial.
noisemaker bearing 250.
Can only hope that finds its mark. Okay, firing point procedures. We're going to put this one to active homing as the game's been given away. Bearing 227, range to enable 5,900 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 3.
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
Weapon has cleared the tube and is running normally. Bring us up to 750 feet. Didn't see that the bottom was so close.
Depth 750 feet, dive by.
750 feet, aye. I wonder if that merchant ship is now in the sightlines. So we're now hugging the bottom. Very deep.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 253.
But we've still got control over this weapon. I'm curious as to whether our Mark 48 is tracking the target. We've lost it in the wash and wake and all the turbulence created by this little mosh of ships here and the noisemakers. It's made it so that we haven't been able to track our own vessel or our own torpedo. Evac's back on sonar. Unknown whether it's still getting tracked by a torpedo.
Con, dive at 750 feet, dive by.
On eye, con copies. Echo 4's still a contact as well. Looks like he's still in very, very sharp torpedo evasion. Okay. Is the seafloor really that flat? No. No, it's not. But I guess in some places it could be, but...
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 259.
Whoopsie daisy. Right, so we've got to service another torpedo on that Krivak. We'll fire it here. Firing point procedures, bearing 260, range to enable 4,900 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 4.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Weapon has cleared the tube and is running normally. We'll go to active search. Did I hit the merchant ship? Well, it depends who's asking, doesn't it? That Amazon package will never get delivered now. Yes, probably not. Let's just take a hypothetical. Ooh, rather significant. Possibly hostile. I'm not big on flags. I'll go down here. It didn't happen. We'll keep that one. Need to know. Oh, Master 4. Ning, 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 ning. Right.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired. Right. Fucking. Where's that going? Master 4's found a weapon. Activate weapon 4. Tell it to run straight for this. He's going that way. You go this way. Who are you chasing? Master 4, hidden contact. I've got a reactive fire. I've got to change course. Helm, come right bearing 256.
Come right 235 Helm I.
Okay, shit just got interesting. A contact slinked on.
Noisemaker bearing 279.
Try and steer him in.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Master 4. Set these to same level search. I'm getting absolutely screamed with active sonar here. I've got to be very careful. Torpedoes coming in on the Krivak.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 281.
There it goes.
Con sonar,
You didn't see that.
noisemaker bearing 2.
I'm going to steer this one onto the target. I'm going to take manual control as we still have the wire. You wasn't ready for that, were you?
Sonar, Master 4 is classified as escort.
Escort ship, Krivak, surface vessel. 2 Krivaks escorting the Don.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 3, last bearing 256. Contact breaking up.
Contact breaking up. One dealt with, another one in the plumbing. They were screening, trying to give the Don time to get away. Reload harpoon missile tube 3. We've got retaliatory fire coming. Need to get ready for it. There's that other ship that we hit. Steaming away up there.
Steady course.
The other contact's somewhere out here.
Noisemaker bearing 276.
276. Steer weapon 4 to target. Okay.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Weapon acquired. Playing quite a lot of mines. Staying down here, staying relatively hidden. They know roughly where the torpedoes are coming from, but not exactly. Okay, that's the ship we're tracking. That's the ship that's sinking. That's a bit of dirt on your monitor. Okay, we want to start thinking about firing on the Don now. Looks like we've evaded that torpedo.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 270.
He's trying to get this dumped in on his mate. I'm steering it into him.
Con, fire control, weapon.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 4.
we fired a
last
spread.
bearing 267. Contact
Oh,
breaking up.
yeah.
Jesus. Thank you very much to Nox there, or QNox, or Nox. Thank you very much for 10 months. That's very, very fucking kind of you. Cheers, man. Okay. Oh boy, first time on Twitch, and I'm happy your stream I found, mate. How the hell did you find mine? Okay. We're going to reload a Mark 48. Dive, bring us up to 200 feet. We're going to launch a harpoon missile.
Make depth 200 feet, dive high.
I'm pretty sure it's saying that there's no other close contacts. Bring us up to patrol speed, 10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Bring us up.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much there to Brad Pitiful as well. Fucking 13 months. Very, very kind, mate. He's brown. He's 0.1 grey bear material now. He's got it. Maybe because you are the only person streaming Cold Waters. Is Womble hosting my stream? I didn't know Womble was hosting. I was watching Womble. Oh, fair enough. Time to harpoon that Don. You got it. He was looking for sexiest voice on Twitch. Well, I don't know how he came here. Right. Let's think. Let's think what we're doing. So we're just going to tiptoe up to the surface here, and then see what's about. For shame, yes, Soviet Womble. Soviet Womble's a curse. He's accursed. You can't say his name. It's like Bloody Mary. Don't say it into a mirror 3 times, otherwise he appears behind you in his underpants. Right. So we're coming up to 200 feet. We can't fire harpoon missiles below 200 feet. We'll come up to 150 actually.
300 feet.
300 feet, aye. Chat. Does he have Lulu with him? Oh, it's hard to say. Does locking the toilet work against him? Only if it's inlaid into the bathroom wall. Like only if it's inlaid. If the frame's on the other side of the door, he can get you. But as long as the door's inlaid from the bathroom in, yeah, you're safe. You can trap him and he can't get out. Okay, so we've still got a solid sonar solution on the Don. We're going to get ready. We're going to go for surface skim. Firing point procedures. Bearing 276. Range to enable 11,400 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Harpoon missile away. So we're on the surface skim. Target in the distance. We're a little bit off, but it's got a homing warhead, so it should find its target. A Don is a cargo ship, armed with B-34 deck guns. But this ship does not have anti-missile capability. We can give it a good old slap on the ass here as he tries to run away. Looks like he's coming hard to starboard, trying to get around this. It's not going to work. It's going to turn. Please turn. Any second now. There we go. We got it. Oh, right on its broadside. It's disappeared because we've lost its sonar solution, but it is going to hit.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 1. Last bearing 275. Contact breaking up.
A rather substantial crack up the starboard side there. Absolutely ruined its radar equipment. Blown the chimney clean off. Extreme listing already. Holy crap. That's significant. Significant, would we say? Yeah, it's, the Russians have been developing these last few years a Romulan cloaking device. Not the chimney. Is that not the chimney? Well, that was the chimney. Maybe not then. There we go. That's pretty much a full capsize there. And we shall never mention the Norwegian cargo boat again. Nothing remains of this ship but an oil slick on the ocean. As its bow starts to nose over there, it will drag the arse down. You look really close now, you can see Leonardo DiCaprio with a bit of wardrobe that he's not going to lie on. Exactly, there you go. Diogo's got it. And that was it. All that was left on the surface of the ocean was a burning oil stain. Right. Oh, crack the knuckles. Right, okay, so we're going to reload a Mark 48 in Tube 1 there, and we're going to declare the mission as complete. You smatterings of ships there. And the Don way off in the distance, that sort of tiny streak of blue bubbles, that's the Don sinking. We're going to GTFO, and now at patrol speed 150 feet, we're going to radio in, and, well, eventually we'll radio in actually. Weapons are still classified as nearby because we've got these guys behind us. We're going to hold our current course to deeper water, and I'm just going to use the accelerate time feature just to get further away from the weapons. Tend not to use it in combat.
Torpedo room, Tube 1 ready.
Tube 1 aye. Still weapons nearby. Lovely. Suddenly, enemy sub detected. Yeah, that's it. We could even come up to the surface. Let's surface.
Make depth
Let's just
0
stick our head up
Con
above the
sonar,
water and
we
say
are
hello.
cavitating.
There we are. Look at this. Fucking hell. Seasick much? Look at this shit. Yeah, coming up to the surface in this game is a death sentence if there's enemy ships around. Good grief, look at the fucking... Good God. Hang on to your dinner. Holy crap. Getting thrown around like a dog toy. Can only make about 8 knots above the surface like this. Too much water to try and plough through. Okay, no weapons nearby. We shall leave the combat area. Weapons have to be at least 10 kiloyards away in order to leave. Okay. Right then. After action report. Enemies engaged. Krivak 1 sunk. Krivak 1 sunk. Don class merchant sunk. No mention of any other vessels. No mention of any other vessels at all. We best not tell the commander. Yeah. Weapons remaining. 13 Mark 48 torpedoes, 2 MOSSs, 1 harpoon was used at 7, and 0 TASMs and TLAMs were loaded. No system damage. We shall radio it in as complete. Okay, superb. Here we go. So that actually was the mission target. So, superb effort in locating and eliminating the enemy's ability to replenish their submarine force at sea. Keep up the good work and stand by for further orders. Where did the missing torpedo go? It was a misfire. It was a misfire. We fired it, and they successfully evaded the incoming torpedo. And as a result, we are 1 down. Nothing to see here. Do not read the missing persons report at the Norwegian harbour of Andoya, I guess. I don't know, but yes, let's not read between the lines there. Nothing happened. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Please ignore the screams for help over the wireless. Yes, nothing. It's just an echo. A turbulent electronic signal. Could have been anything. Could have been anything. The wind, maybe. Okay. So, let's have a look here. Safe seas. Several NATO naval groups have sunk Norwegian cargo vessels. No, have recently been operating unopposed.
Change, you filthy animal.
What cargo ship?
What
you see?
cargo ship?
This one there, Candle, gonna be making it to a second patrol there. Oh yes. Operating unopposed. A Pentagon spokesman revealed that the enemy's ability to defend Norwegian cargo ships in and around the North Norwegian coast has been drastically diminished for reasons that remain classified. The United States Congress has called for more troops and armors to be made available in the Western conflict, or for the Western conflict. Once deployed, it is expected these additional ground resources would halt the Soviet advance and bring a speedier end to the current crisis. Wonderful. So, that's all good. Almost immediately we've been handed another mission by the Commander-in-Chief. Intelligence has discerned a pattern to movements of enemy at-sea replenishment tankers and tenders, so we're going after supply ships again. A small enemy force, including 1 or 2 of these ships, is expected to sail from Murmansk for a rendezvous in the Norwegian Sea. You are ordered to find and sink this group. Also, you may get a chance at the warships this group intends to support, but the tenders and tankers are the mission target. We are already at very close range. We're after the resupply ships. Warships are secondary. Continue on course. Oh, hello. Right there, give it the old... We got fucking lots of enemy submarine fleets out here. The Norwegian Sea. I think that's our ship. It's got a submarine escort. We've intercepted it. Submarine is close behind. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 147, designated as Sierra 1. EXO reports our depths at 600 feet, heading 148. Speed is 20 knots. Local conditions are scattered with a gentle breeze, and there is no surface duct or thermal layer. Close to 25,000 yards. Brig ship for silent range. It's very dark at the moment. Not sure what the time was exactly. We're in very close proximity to Sierra 1. Slow it down here. Let's have a look at
sonar,
surface
new contact
combatants.
bearing 147, designated Sierra 2.
Can't help but notice.
Con
3,500
sonar, new
kiloyards
contact
is not
bearing
25,000.
166, designated Sierra 3.
You can hear his
sonar,
engine.
new contact bearing 184, designated Sierra 4.
Can you hear his engine?
Oh,
We got a trawler.
yeah.
Mark.
Sonar,
Thank you very much there
Sierra
to
1
Flaming
is
FLs.
classified
Sorry,
as
LFC.
emergent.
Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Cheers, man. Okay. Right. I hear the engine. Ding, 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 ding. Let's start looking for other contacts. They're starting to screen. This looks military. Is it surface or is it subsurface? Resta 2.
Con
Mark.
sonar, Sierra
That's a
2
nasty
is
one.
classified as escort.
Resta 2.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
Anti-submarine
Con
warfare
sonar,
fleet.
Sierra 4 is classified as escort.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is bad news. Take a sounding, please, sonar. Total water depth is 1914 feet. That's how much water we got to play with. This is going to be interesting. Helm, change course. We want to come this way as best we can, staying near the trawler. Come left, bearing 079.
Come left to 079. Helm I.
Dive, take us down to 800 feet.
Make depth 800 feet. Dive I.
Oh my god, we've already got reactive fire. Fuck, okay. I told you this was going to be bad. Right, we're going to snapshot a few torpedoes. We're going to set them all to surface search. We've got some work to do here. We're going to go active homing on all of them, just so we don't lose anyone. We're going to fire a snapshot right here, bearing 186, snapshot tube 1.
Shoot 1, aye sir.
Firing point procedures, bearing 156. Yep, snapshot tube 2.
Shoot 2, aye sir.
2 torpedoes away. Sever the connection to tube 1. Shift 4. Reload MOSS tube 1. Bring us to 10 knots. Ahead maneuvering.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering I. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10 knots.
Let's see. Bring us up to ahead standard. 15 knots.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering I.
Dive, take us down.
Con sonar,
1,000 feet.
Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 192.
Crash dive, take us down. Fire the
Make
dive
turns
alarm.
for 2
Right.
knots.
Gotta try and get away from this guy. Give us 30 degrees left rudder. Take us down to 1,300 feet.
Make depth 1300 feet. Dive I.
Silence the alarm. Okay.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 169. Contact is in the baffles. Con sonar lost contact.
He's on us.
Sierra 2, last bearing 152. Contact con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 200.
200I. We're going to be going to torpedo evasion.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 076.
Drop a
Contact is
decoy.
in the baffles. Con sonar regained contact.
No
on
effect.
Sierra 1, bearing
30 degrees left rudder, full
077.
rise on planes. We're going to go
Con sonar lost contact.
Positive
Sierra
pressure
1,
on ballast
last
tanks.
Bearing 079.
We're gonna try and
Contact
turn.
is in the
Turn.
Passing 1200 feet.
Hello.
Passing 1100 feet.
Hold on to your dinner.
Con sonar regained contact on.
Passing 1000 feet.
1,000 feet, aye.
Passing 900
Take the bubble
feet.
off the boat. Nose down.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 2.
Passing 800 feet.
Reload torpedo tube 2. Hold 1,000 feet. 30 degrees left rudder. Take us up, actually. Torpedo's back on us. Coming up from below. We're going to go below it. Full
Passing
crash dive. Full
700
crash
feet.
dive. 30 degrees left rudder. Turn in on it.
Passing 700 feet.
Get the bubble off the boat. Take us down.
Passing 800 feet.
Con sonar lost contact.
Passing 900 feet.
900 feet, aye.
Passing 1000 feet.
1,000 feet.
Con
Take the
sonar
bubble off the
regained
boat. Watch for
contact
test
on
depth.
Sierra 4, bearing 19.
Passing
30 degrees
1100 feet.
right rudder. Right rudder.
Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle formed eye.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 193. Contact is in the baffles.
Contact in the baffles, aye. Torpedo's coming down for us. We're underneath this one. Drop a decoy.
2-2 ready.
Decoy's successful. Hold current course.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 195.
Right, emergency. Right, we gotta get up. Get all the way up. 30 degrees left rudder. Quickly. Holy shit, this guy's coming in fast. Okay, no, we're above him. We're above him.
Passing 1,100 feet.
1,100 feet.
Con
Alright,
sonar
take the bubble
lost
off the boat.
contact. Sierra 4, last bearing.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Take us back down.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 197.
30 degrees left rudder.
Con,
Take us
knuckle
down.
formed.
We've captured the other torpedo again. We're coming back down. Take us down 1,300 feet.
Make depth 1,300 feet. Dive high.
Hold
Con
current course.
sonar lost contact. Sierra 4, last bearing 1.
Not tense at all.
7. Contact
Dump
is
a
in the
decoy.
baffles.
30 degrees left rudder.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 198.
198, aye.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 095. Contact is in the baffles.
Make a knuckle.
Con sonar regained contact.
Con, knuckle formed.
Got a knuckle formed. Creating wash with the propeller, trying to confuse the torpedoes. Creating turbulence by waggling the propeller left and right basically gives you an opportunity to create like a pocket of bubbles. Like kicking your legs around in the bath, basically. Decoy. Send it. Very little effect on the decoy. We're going to want to come up. 30 degrees left rudder.
Con sonar
Full
regained
pressure,
contact on
positive pressure on
Sierra
ballast
3,
tanks.
bearing 169.
I want to go up and over.
Passing 1,200 feet.
1,200 feet, aye. There's one of our noisemakers.
Passing 1,100 feet.
Maneuver behind that.
Con, knuckle formed. Passing 1,000 feet.
1,000 feet, aye.
Passing 900 feet.
900 feet. We've confused it.
Passing 800 feet.
All dive on planes. 30 degrees left rudder. We're going to try and get under this torpedo. Not worked.
Passing 800 feet.
800 feet, aye. These should be running out of puff any minute now.
Passing 900 feet.
Get the stern down, bring us underneath it.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Con
Full
sonar
rise on
lost
planes.
contact.
30 degrees left
Passing
rudder.
1,000 feet.
Full rise, full rise.
Con sonar regained con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 174.
174, aye.
Con sonar regained contact.
Passing 800 feet.
That one's gone. Only a matter of time
Passing
before this one
700
runs
feet.
out.
Con sonar. Torpedo in the water. Torpedo in the water. Bearing 206.
Reaction
Con
shots
sonar
on the
lost
Crestas have
contact.
not gone
Sierra
well.
Passing 600 feet.
600 feet, take us back down. Hello Jane, how you doing?
1,300 feet. Dive high.
1300 feet, dive high. Decoy. Go left. Ooh. Okay, no, time that well. Take the bubble off the boat. Slow us down, please, to 10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Torpedo over there.
Passing 800 feet.
In a circular search. Okay, good. Helm, come right, bearing 105.
Come right to 105. Helm aye.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Kill any whales yet? No, we haven't killed anything that we weren't supposed to. Absolutely nothing at all.
Sierra 2, bearing
Aircraft nearby.
152.
Problematic.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 3, bearing 174.
Looks like they've managed to evade my torpedoes. Annoying, but not a huge issue. Bring us up
Con sonar regained contact on
just 800 feet, or hold steady at
0 feet,
800
dive
feet.
by.
There we go. We've got a web of torpedoes in front of us. They've
Con,
basically
dive
screamed
at
the shit
80
out of this.
feet, dive by.
Set surface search, weapon 2, active homing. Where have they gone? Looks like they've dispersed. These are some seriously well-equipped ships. Cresta 2's closing, it looks like. It's not far. That's Sierra 3. Sierra 3, estimated 35% solution certainty. Is this... No, this is my second contact. I've chased these guys down,
Steady course.
thinking it was the resupply fleet I needed to intercept. In reality, it was an anti-submarine warfare fleet. And they're doing their job. These are like really modern ships. Cresta 2, Udaloy, some of the most advanced ships in the Russian Navy, and I've just blundered into them. At full speed. Hydration bot! I don't actually have any water with me just yet. We'll just
Come
change
left
course to
0,
direct
9,
east.
0. Helm I.
I'll go and fill up this water bottle in the hope that I don't get immediately crucified by an air-launched torpedo. I like to live dangerously, so that's what we're going to do.
Con, helm, steady course.
How many Aussie Osborns have we meant to have drunk so far? What did Hydrate Bot say? Oh, no water. I know, yeah, no water. Comedy gold. Right. Let's see. How are we doing? Dead yet? No, not quite. Makes a treat. These solutions are not accurate. Slow down to 5 knots.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering I.
Let's see what we can do. I'm happy to just cut and run.
Con, maneuvering.
We don't
Make
have to
turns
sink these
for
guys.
5 knots.
Oh! This guy's found something. Why, hello, motherfucker. Fucking look at all of these bastards. We've got a hit here. Good shit. Yeah, the Russians are like, you came to the wrong neighborhood. Go to 45 feet. I'm not mad.
Noisemaker bearing
I'm not mad.
154.
I'm not going to 45 feet if I can help it. At all. So we're locking onto a Cresta 2. I'm not sure what the runtime is left on those torpedoes, but I don't know. Yeah, hits Norwegian merchant again. I'm not going to periscope depth at all. Not with this many torpedoes in the water, and not with this guy coming past. Go on, son, find your mark. This one hasn't found anything yet. That was the sound of a torpedo exploding in the very far distance.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
There's a torpedo heading for that
154.
trawler, there certainly
Con
is.
sonar, noisemaker
Oh.
bearing 155.
Hello, noisemaker deployed. This torpedo is going to find its mark. Haha! Both of the Cresta 2s have been found by the Mark 48s, but the question is, do they have the fuel to knock them out? I don't have control over these 2 torpedoes anymore. I can't guide them in.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 1.
The enemy ships have tried to run as far away as they can to try and drag out the runtime.
Noisemaker bearing
Haha!
156.
Yeah, anus, I've got you. That's what you get for shooting at me. That is an extremely big blow to the Russian Navy. They do not have many of these Cresta 2s. I was really expecting to run, but we might be able to stay the course. Udaloy. Gotta wait for these 2 to go away. tracking the Cresta 2. Joe doesn't fear some ASW fleet. I absolutely fear the ASW fleet. There's a certain amount of respect you have to have for these ships, because these are nasty fuckers. These are. Oh, hello. If that orientation is accurate, we could be in for a killing blow. No, it's down here.
186.
So what he's doing is he's basically making a web of these decoys, so that when everywhere the torpedo tries to turn, it just like basically pinball machines off all of them and doesn't find him. He's actually somewhere down here. This isn't accurate. He's somewhere down here. So it's going to try and come in, and it's going to do like a number 3, and then it might be able to zigzag through there. Unless it turns in. Go on, son. Go on. Go on, son. Get through there. Oh, no, you see. It's going to go round. He's buying himself time with some very, very good torpedo evasion there. Can't steer it right. We've got one at least. What's the best ASW ship in my opinion? In the game, the Udaloy. It's their most modern and most advanced. If I get the Cresta 2 up, wherever it may be, Cresta 2, 7,500 tons, 34 knot top speed. Got all of these: AK-725 guns, anti-missile guns, RBU 6000, medium frequency passive. The Udaloy, 7,500 tons. It's a little bit louder, but it's got a larger top speed, more crew, much better sonar suite. It's got AK-100 guns, which aren't as important because it's not necessarily designed to be a traditional destroyer. This is an anti-submarine warfare destroyer, also capable of deploying a helicopter, which it more than likely has done, although the helicopter hasn't really found us yet, which I'm grateful for.
Con sonar, noisemaker, bearing 189.
Ooh, torpedo's getting close. He's about here. Let's see. There's another torpedo blowing up.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 190. Contact breaking up.
Well, props to the Mark 48 sonar engineers, as they've just turned this conflict around. Come right, or yeah, come right, bearing 144.
Come right to 144. Helm aye.
Stay down here at 800 feet. That torpedo's running shallow. We want to go deep. Take us down to 1,000 feet.
Make depth 1,000 feet, dive high.
100 feet, con I. Looks like it might have missed him. He's a lucky bastard. Well, he says. Might be alright. Okay. Damn you, Q. I waited forever yesterday and missed this one. Ah, it's alright. We should be back tonight for some games, as it were, so. Okay. The Udaloy Sierra 4, that's the target. Helm. Bring us all the way right, bearing 204.
Come right to 204. Helm aye.
Bring us up to PD.
Make depth 5 feet, dive high.
Periscope depth. When's my next shit show of a Monopoly game planned? I'll have you know, right, that the Monopoly games went extremely well, apart from the first one. The first one was a little bit, we were testing the waters, you know, trying the rope, seeing how it worked, and it, you know, with a little bit of ingenuity, a little bit of forward planning, and some pre-game setup, we did all right. Well, the trawler lives another day. And stream that Monopoly game as well. The commentary on Discord was intense, yes. It was manic because Catler was in charge of the money. Could you stream the next Monopoly game? It sounded like a lot of fun. I could stream the next Monopoly. I really don't know when the next Monopoly game is planned, though. I honestly couldn't tell you. But yeah, I'll endeavour to do so. Where is that gosh damned World of Subways stream? Soon. Soon. Unigamma. Soon. It's coming. Jesus. When was this? It was a few. We played it for like a couple of. I think Christmas Eve, and then a couple of days afterwards. I love Monopoly, man. It's the shrewd trading. Oh, that's broken. No, sorry, we're fine. It's just a few coins. Right. An anti-submarine fleet would have a Ka-27, not an Mi-8. Yeah, Mi-8's too big. They would have, if it will let me show you... Does it have the helicopters in here? No, it doesn't. Just the oil derricks and things. Yeah, no. I can't remember the name of the helicopter they do have. First time on stream, sorry. Voice is amazing. It's a shame it can't read anything. Well, thank you very much. I do appreciate the kind words. Beer bottle collection? No, I wouldn't have said so. No, it's fine. It's fine. Right, Ka-27, awesome. Coming up to PD now, passing the 200-foot mark. Okay. I played Monopoly with my friends once, and the bank spent 3k on an Aero Donut. Perfect. While hunting today, cute Mr. BMC forever. I have not encountered any whales yet. We did, however, encounter a Norwegian cargo ship, which was swiftly and accidentally dispatched by the NATO Navy, so we're alright there. Have I watched Hunter Killer yet? I have not, J-Bar. I endeavoured to do so. I went out and got some books from Waterstones, the history of the Panzerwaffe between 1939 1942, and then the second volume 42 to 45. And I've been reading that. I haven't read any submarines book. I had an opportunity to grab some submarine books, but I didn't ever get round to it. Okay, so we're now up at PD. We're going to go for Periscope first. Very quiet. That's the okay. That's the ass end of the trawler. I thought that was the Udeloy steaming right for us then. Ding 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 ding.
Down scope.
Dive! Take us down! Oh my god, there's a helicopter. Ah!
We are navigating.
Fucking Holy fucking shit. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Holy fucking shit. Oh no. Oh, that's so bad. Where the fuck did you come from? Holy shit. Right, abandoned ship. Okay. Depth bomb. Oh, fucking Jesus. Okay, continue. Okay, well, we got a certificate. The Secretary of the Navy expresses his heartfelt congratulations and takes great pleasure in awarding the Bronze Star Medal to Commander Kuvek, Commanding Officer of the USS Narwhal SSN 671. Commander Kuvek is cited for extraordinary heroism in action against the enemies of the United States of America on the 19th of November 1984. His unwavering resolve and self-sacrificing devotion to duty in the face of death are worthy of the highest emulation. Perfect. Okay. What? Hello? 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 We're not still driving the broken one, are we? Hello? Anyone? Hello.
Oh, yeah.
Okie dokie. Right. We have a new sonar contact bearing 013 designated as Sierra 1. I'm curious. Is this just going to...
Rig ship for ultra quiet.
Con sonar new contact bearing 014 designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact bearing 038 designated Sierra 3. Con sonar new contact bearing 022 designated Sierra 4. Con sonar new contact bearing 056 designated Sierra 5.
Come right to 144 Helm I.
I gotta get out of the way. I can't fight this. I've just gotta get out of the way. Part of the ship, part of the crew. Contractors always overestimate the damage. Gaffer tape. Flex seal. That's right. Needs to, yeah. Holy shit. They're inside with some flex tape. Fucking flex tape. Dive bombs can cause major damage. Sorry, I amused myself, right. Oh dear. Right. Right, okay. Yep. I am running away. I'm trying to run away. And somehow you've got no flooding. I don't know. Don't know. Really don't know. I'm really unsure. I'm going to need to start trying to ID these. Don't be submarines. 100 bits. I'm off to cook. Have fun with my minus 15% hull. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, it's submarines.
Con sonar.
Please
Sierra
don't tell me I've
1
got 5
is
submarines
classified
to deal
as
with.
submerged submarine.
Please, for the love of God, no.
Con sonar. Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine. Con sonar. Sierra 3 is classified as submerged submarine. Con sonar. Sierra 4 is classified as merchant. Con sonar. Sierra 5 is classified as merchant.
If they shoot torpedoes at me, I can't
Con
get away.
Helm. Steady course.
I legit can't. Good thing they're not going active sonar. I wonder if I've...
Make depth 100 feet. Dive I.
No, just hold current depth. This very strong duct is what's keeping me alive. If I stay above this, I should be relatively well hidden. A hunter-killer fleet. And I move normally, it looks like it. We've got to go back to rearm. We can't not go back to rearm. We're going to have to abandon this tankers and tenders mission. and return to Scotland to be fixed. We can't not go back to Scotland. Jesus. Maybe run away at more than 5 knots. I don't want to risk cavitating. If I try to speed up the propeller at this depth, it's going to create loads of bubbles, and they're going to be able to see that even through the duct. At the moment, they're not coming directly for me. The torpedoes will just go straight through the holes. Oh, don't. It's quite tense. It's quite tense. You can't abandon your mission. Literally, the entire war depends on you. I can't risk this ship. It's already battered. We're on minus 15% hull. I don't get that at all. I don't know how that happened. I think I've got an idea, but like, basically that hunter-killer fleet, this hunter-killer fleet, was right next to the ASW fleet. So it's more than likely that the game just triggered us into the next one. The Victor 1's coming this way. I've just got to try and get away.
Come right to 180 Helm I.
I'm speeding up time.
Con Helm, steady course.
There was another Sierra.
Oh, yeah.
Nate the Great. Well, on the upside, your hull is looking like Swiss cheese, but you probably look like anything but a sub on sonar now. Yeah, you're probably right. Now they're in my baffles, yeah. But it's not the end of the world. The towed array will still have them. It's probably why they're not going invisible. Come on, Victor 1. Let me get away. How fast is Sierra 1 moving? 10 knots. So twice our speed. He's very deep, though. Look at that. That's the reason why I think we're so hidden. He's down below that very strong surface duct. They had no idea that I was here. I've just slinked away. If anything, they might have thought that I sunk. Jesus. Yeah, I'll get tangled up in a fishing net. Just trying to get the go-ahead to escape. If I can escape, I need to go back to Scotland. By rights, you should have. Don't know what you mean. Don't know what you mean. I've still got a ways to go before the game lets me slink away.
Con sonar, Sierra 6 is classified as merchant.
Lovely. Well, I now know that's a merchant. Jesus Christ. The engineer's back in Scotland. What the hell did you do to my sub? Oh, that's great, yeah. Holy shit. Oh, perfect. Okay. We'll keep tiptoeing away. Right. Not clear yet. We'll get there, folks. We'll get there. I'm just not willing to engage 3 very capable nuclear attack submarines. Fucking wood scrap. OG wood scrap. How you doing? It's a good job they're designed to sink. Stop making me laugh when I'm drinking. Fuck's sake. As you can see, wood scrap, it's going well. As you can see, wood scrap, it's voodoo. It's voodoo. They said not to take Abru Amoshek, the Babylonian witch doctor, on board, but he seems to have done his job.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 3-4.
Leave combat. All escaped from. Lovely. Beautiful. Right, get out of here. That's going to be that's the fleet. That's it. Oh, I'm going to do it. That's the fleet. Oh, I'm going to try. I'm going to... I've got to try. I've got to try. Here we go. They're right here. Okay. In the vicinity of the Norwegian coast, Captain, we have a new sonar column. Oh dear. Okay. Let's keep it professional, folks. Keep it professional. Men of the Royal Navy, we're here to kill some Russians in the Third World War. It doesn't matter about the state of your submarine. It's fine. XO reports that our depth is at 600 feet, heading 159, speed is 20 knots, local conditions are overcast with light air. There is a weak surface duct and weak thermal air at 1, 2, 3 feet. All hands to battle stations, reship for silent riot. Flooding, how's the flooding? Flooding at 600 feet is fine, apparently.
Con sonar new contact bearing
Okay.
087, designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact
Really a testament to
bearing
flex tape, isn't it?
070,
Been able
designated
to patch
Sierra
that up.
3.
What a guy.
Con sonar new contact bearing 084, designated Sierra 4.
We'll go passive. Okay. Apparently I'm not flooding. Okay. Let's start with our target motion analysis and signature identification of the crafts above. I reckon this is our fleet that we're here to engage. Dubna. Oh my god, that's a really big oil ship.
Sierra 1 is
11,000
classified as
tons.
merchant.
Oh,
That's our target.
yeah.
Thank you very much there too. Wood scrap. They've holy shit, gifting. No, sorry, Azure Sea Knights. They've given 64 subs in the channels. He is a 64-bit operating system. Azure Sea Knight OS. Beautiful. That's a lot of damage, exactly. The crew will have to manually carry the torpedo outside and ignite it, yeah. There's a bendy straw tied to the end of the tube and he's going to go... That's the one, fire the torpedo like that. Because there's nothing bloody else left. That's the torpedo tube there and there. Literally, we should just shoot it out of that. There's no need for decompression. Can we go to minus 1,000% hull? I reckon if something even hits us for 1%, the game will end. We're at 600 feet, so there's no getting away with it. Right, let's continue our analysis. Let's try not to fall asleep. The fabled word. This is military. Which craft are we dealing with? Pinging me very loud. It's got to be a surface ship. Oh. White. Oh, that's a bad one. Oh, it doesn't quite line up. Didn't quite line up. Did it not quite line? I didn't think that lined up, but I can't find anything that fits better. It's got to be that. Okay.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as escort.
About this one. You look merchant-like. Billion pet, maybe? Quite that. Trawler. Brawler.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as merchant.
Then, what's this unidentified one? Sierra 3. That looks military. 2 escorts and the craft. Like they're here to refuel. Cannon, Mark.
Con sonar, Sierra 3 is classified as escort.
So Grisha 3. Small patrol boat, 950 tons. Reasonably shit sonar suite. Let's give him a run for his money. We're going to want to wait for his sonar solution to improve a little bit more. 75%, it's getting there. Hubjorn, they really want my ass. Isn't that the truth? Although, in this case, Puzzy, I've gone after them. Or Fuzzy, not Puzzy. Anyway. Jesus. That was a bad one. Right. Right. Come home from a morning shift at work and find Q playing Cold Waters with 2 holes in his sub. How goes the aquatic hunt? It's going reasonably well thus far. Could you please go above escape depth? Okay. They're tracking me. I reckon they've got me dead to rights here. Right, I'm going to fire now. I'm going to fire 2 weapons, both service, and I'm going to put this light out this way. So fire. Fire 2-1.
Shoot 2-1. Aye, sir.
Fire snapshot. Bearing 048.
Shoot 2-2.
Aye, snapshot bearing 069.
Shoot 2-4. Aye, sir.
Reload Mark 48 2-1. Activate the weapons. Run them at surface speed. Take us negative 10% on the ballast, so slowly sink us out. Weapons are running up to the surface. Don't have much time to react to this. Could have done with shooting this weapon behind me, maybe a little bit late for that now. Could fire another one, but we'll see. Grisha's making a run for it. If you activate the weapons early, they run at top speed. Don't want to get hit by that at all. Keep taking us down. About 2 feet every second. Switch to weapon 2.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Helicopter? Question mark? Unsure. Go for that. Bring us this way.
Come
Helm.
left 2, 0,
Whip
4,
us around.
2, helm aye.
Cannon is, as of this moment, either unaware or moving in to help with evasion. Turn the boat. Slowly does it. Slowly does it.
Passing 700 feet.
700 feet, aye. We taken on water? No. We can only support 2 torpedoes at a time on our fire control system. He's going to be up here. Adjust weapon 4. About there. That. Your anus, go for that. First weapons, or weapon 2 is going to be locking on shortly.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Right. Okay. Oh. Just weapon 4. Grisha.
Con, fire control. Weapon acquired.
Behave yourself. Cannon's making a lot of noise running at top speed. We'll set this to active home. Make it more likely to track what's in front of it
Passing
rather than what it
800
can
feet.
hear. We are sinking out. We'll hold here at 800 feet. Completing the turn. Okay. Buy the harpoon, give him more trouble. I'm saving the harpoon for the dubner.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 046.
Steer the weapon. Steer weapon 2. Where is he?
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Good stuff. Go active. That's going to give us an updated solution because we've still got the wire. Keep us going down. 10%. Negative. Let's go 5% on planes as well.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 044.
Steer through it. Steer through it. Just feathering it. Just feathering it. It's fine.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Novi. Panic laughter. Panic laughter, it was. Terrible. Came out of nowhere.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 040.
Nice.
Passing 900 feet.
Come on, weapon. Find him. That Grisha 3 is going so fast.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
We've evaded this. A wise man once said. How goes, Dastrid? If I was to summarise how well it was
sonar,
going,
noisemaker
I would
bearing
say that
041.
and that, and that. If I was to summarise it with a few, brief snippets.
Con sonar, torpedo in the water,
Yes.
torpedo in the water.
Oh, don't
bearing
tell me it's found me.
094.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Oh, you're an anus. Right, fire a few blasts of the alarm. We're going to go all ahead flank.
Knots.
Load up the torpedo. 3 blasts. Right, we got some work to do here. Torpedo's coming down to our
Con
depth.
sonar, noisemaker bearing 056.
Got to get up to speed.
Con sonar lost contact.
Missed the
Sierra
decoy.
4,
Fired it
last
way too
bearing
early.
073.
There you go.
Contact faded.
All aboard. Fire a Moss. Decoy's no effect because it's not the no, decoy is in
Con,
effect.
fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
We're going to go up and over this.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 054.
Passing
22
900 feet.
knots. There is method to the madness, bear with me.
Passing 800 feet.
It just doesn't have the rudders big enough to be able to make this kind of ascent. So we'll get
Passing
over it.
700 feet. Passing 600 feet. Passing 500 feet. Con, passing 400 feet.
400 feet. Let's not go
Con
too high.
sonar, we are cavitating.
That's what I wanted to avoid, but beggars can't be choosers.
Passing 300 feet.
300 feet, aye. Turn in on him.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 053.
Just don't quite have the maneuverability to get away from him. Let's go dive.
Passing 300 feet.
Let's do a full sink out. Don't think I'll be able to get
Con,
underneath him.
knuckle formed.
Doesn't sound maneuverable enough. He'll chase me down.
Passing 400.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Down he comes.
Passing 500 feet.
Okay.
Passing 600 feet.
Con
Passing 700 feet.
Oh, hit.
Passing 800 feet. Passing 900 feet. Passing 1,000 feet.
We're below the target reticule. Oh, we've got flooding.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuver.
Damage control parties, lay to the machinery space. Damage control parties, lay to the reactor space.
There, propulsion.
Damage control parties, lay to the engine room.
Engine room flooding.
Passing 1,200 feet.
The flex seal tape broke with all that driving around we were doing. All stop.
Make turns for 0
Let's get me positive
knots.
pressure on
Maneuvering
ballast.
aye.
Let's get me as much ballast as you can give me. Is it slowing? Our rate of descent has slowed, but not stopped. Right. Give me full rise on planes. Give me 5 knots.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
Con sonar regained contact
Okay,
on
Bubbles back on the
Sierra
boat.
4, bearing 070.
We're coming up. .30 right rudder. We've got to come up past this torpedo. We're underneath it at the moment. We're below where it can search. Right. We've got to find equilibrium here. Slow us down to 3 knots.
Make turns for 3 knots.
2
Maneuvering
knots.
aye.
Take some bubble
Make
off the
turns
boat.
for 2 knots. Maneuvering aye.
We're sinking. Bubble back on the boat. Holding 1229.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 2 knots.
No. Hold on. Behave yourself. We're sinking again. Ballast tank up to full. Too much water, Captain. Alright, she's holding for the moment. I just need to get her steady, level. As long as I can stay down here, I'll be fine. Target is still out that way, but we've sunk the 2 escorting ships. We've just got to wait for this torpedo above us to run out of puff. And once we've done that, we're fine. Go a bit faster. No, the problem is that if you imagine like a 3-dimensional cone, how to describe it? Should I get paint out? No, I don't want to get paint out. I was going to get paint out, but I don't want to get shot while I'm sitting here. I'm just floating now with a very, very slow 2-knot forward speed, but I've got 30 degrees right rudder, so I'm just going in a very slow circle, just trying to stay underneath this targeting cone of this enemy weapon. You can hear it pinging away on active sonar as soon as I... Yeah, exactly. Dave's got it. As soon as that sonar detects me, it's going to come racing down for me, and then I'm in trouble. Okay. Just biding our time. Sacrifice Ramirez with a gong and a snorkel to distract it. Don't forget about the tankers. It's just a big old Dubner. We don't have a decent solution on it because we're down here with our fucking head pointed in the air, staring at the clouds. We gotta wait for this torpedo to blow up, and for the love of God, I do hope that it doesn't blow up in our face. Can't you stop? I can't stop Natiara? I'm not sure. because of the amount of flooding I've got in the engine room, there's too much water pressure down here at 1300 feet or 1200 feet for the engineers to be able to pump the water out. There's just too much pressure. The water that goes out just forces its way straight back in again. So, I'm having to nose up and spin the propeller at 2 knots to compensate for the fact that the ballast tanks alone cannot give us positive buoyancy. So we're sitting down here with our head pointed to the sky, which means our sonar array is really just looking up at the stars at the minute, and that's why the sonar solution on the Dubna's so bad. That, and I think we're like just barely like facing it. Like, do I have noisemaker torpedoes? I do. I'd rather just wait. I have enough harpoons to sink a Dubna, and without any escorts, it's vulnerable. I've just got to wait for this torpedo to go, and then I'm fine. Is this game only about submarines? Yes, unfortunately. I thought they were going to be toying with the idea of adding, like, toying with the idea of adding surface ships, and they did add some surface ships, but I don't really think they work at all. Like, they added them in terms of 3D model and not much else, a couple of American ships. They don't seem to work. I can't really see the surface ships working on this platform. They'd have to create, oh god, another game for it. If you're looking for a decent surface ship game, look for Victory at Sea Pacific 2. That's a game that I've got, and it's quite good. I quite like it. It's not quite, I wouldn't say it was quite, not that it's not as well polished, but it doesn't, I wouldn't say it looks as nice. It looks a little bit early access. If I was to give it like an art style, if I was to say it was to look like something, I'd say it looked a little bit early access. But apart from that, Jesus, will it ever run out of fuel? I'm just going to speed up time. And just see how we're slowly turning there. Oh, we're actually rising.
Passing 1,200 feet.
They're slowly getting the flooding under control. Interesting. Finally. Okay, try and bring us up to 200 feet, please, Dive, as best you can. Make turns for 15.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Bring us up. Yeah, the damage control team somehow was managing to reduce the water level just above the ceiling. There we go. Get on the ride.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 15 knots.
Let's see. I could do an emergency blow.
Sierra 4, last bearing 05.
Let's
7,
do an emergency
contact is in
blow.
the baffles. Con sonar lost contact.
Blow ballast.
Sierra.
Emergency surface the ship. Dive aye.
Can't remember the last time I had to blow ballast.
Passing 800 feet.
Come right to 071 helm aye.
Let's take the bubble off the boat. The ballast tanks are going to bring us up.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Passing 600 feet.
600 feet high. We've blown ballast. Up we come. There's no stopping a ballast blow. Right. Blowing ballast, Alex, basically there's a load of air tanks inside, essentially, that are flooded with water. they're not normally used, they're just there as reserve, but in the event that you need to surface in an emergency, a load of high pressure air is forced into the tanks, giving the ship positive buoyancy, or much more positive buoyancy than it would normally have. In this case, though, the positive ballast means that we're coming up to the surface. The ship's now got positive 60, twice as much buoyancy as it would normally have.
Charging high pressure air banks after emergency blow. Unable to dive.
But we're unable to dive now. The emergency ballast tanks have to refill, and the high pressure air has to be recaptured, if you like. Drink of water before we can dive again. So we have to surface now that the tanks have blown, which isn't too bad, all things considered.
Come right to 080 helm I.
So we're coming up.
300 feet.
And as we get closer to the surface, the damage control parties will start to get the flooding under control, and it will be fine. Passing 250 feet. Which isn't too bad. Cue the helicopters? Possibly.
Passing 200 feet.
Hope the crew won't be affected by the quick ascension. Nah, they should be alright. There is still at least some pressure in the ship. There we go. Damage control parties are starting to get flooding under control now that there's less water pressure forcing its way in. Up we come.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing
Right.
0.
Reload a
5.
harpoon in
100
tube
feet.
4.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Cavitating eye. Up we come. We're gonna breach. We are. There we go. Beautiful. Made it to the surface. Quite dark out. Very dark out. Dubner is estimated 24,000
Up
yards.
scope.
Let's see if we can even see him. Go on, heading 075. Go on to low
Con
light.
helm, steady course.
No visual indicators of the ship at all. Downscope. Raise
Downscope.
radar and ESM. There we go. Dubner's been found by a mix of radar and ESM. Okay. Firing point procedures. 24,000 yards is a hell of a distance.
Torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Tube 4I. Firing point procedures. Bearing 073. Range to enable 24,200 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 3.
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
First weapon away. We will want to reload harpoon tube 2. Or 3 even. Firing point procedures. Bearing 073. Range to enable 24,300 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 4.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Both weapons have cleared and are running normally. Target is just skylining, just above where my mouse is. Just there. Very dim, but we're on target. 24,000 yards. Reload torpedo in tube 4. No helis. Yeah, there's no helis.
High pressure air banks charge complete. Ready to dive.
High pressure air banks have been charged. We're going to stay surfaced. This is the front one. The Dubner is a giant cargo ship as far as I remember. Find it in the catalogue. There it is.
Con, torpedo room, tube
I'm not sure whether this one's for fuel, but it's like a super tanker. Waste all of my ammo so I get a rearming mission. I'll definitely get a rearming mission. There we go, coming in on the stern. That's pretty much a crippling hit. Back left rear. A lot of damage. Big fire broken out. The fire might eventually kill the ship. It looks like it's pretty much dead in the water. Yeah, absolutely nothing turning in the propeller. The other missile coming in. This should be the killing blow.
Con sonar lost contact. Master 1. Last bearing 073. Contact breaking up.
Absolutely broke its spine. I think the keel's gone. Yeah, we've snapped its keel. Oh dear. Not good. Yeah, that's a one-way ticket to the bottom.
Tube 4 ready.
Tube 4I. Down scopes.
Lower the radar mast.
Or down masts. Lovely. Okay. Well, that's the Dubner dealt with. Oh yeah, he's gone. Right. Poor Ruski's killed by a minus 14% hull. I know. Leave combat. Beautiful. Good to hear you intercepted and destroyed the enemy replenishment forces. Keep up the good work for the orders to be transmitted on this downlink. Beautiful. Okay, warships retreat. NATO warships and submarines have taken up several new strategic positions, including some around the Norwegian Sea, in response to significantly reduced naval activity from the Soviet Union. Sources close to the Pentagon say that the war is taking a heavy toll on enemy naval operations and that their supply lines continue to be heavily strained. Recent NATO gains at sea have decreased the numbers of warships needed to maintain control in several regions. Many of these vessels from these regions have been rapidly reassigned to escort duties to better protect convoys carrying much needed arms, armour and men from the United States to the United Kingdom. Return to Holy Loch in Scotland immediately for repairs and to replenish stores. So we don't lose a mission and we get to go back to Scotland for repair and rearm. Beautiful. Oh, here we go. Newspaper clipping. World News, 20th of November, 3 days from the start of the war. The Warsaw Pact forces are now in total control of Western Germany after a massive series of brutal assaults. The aggressors are demanding the unilateral ceasefire and immediate handover of power by the political leadership of the country. NATO and Warsaw Pact forces seem to be evenly matched. Both sides are making frantic efforts to gain the initiative. Dominance of the Atlantic still hangs in the balance as both sides have suffered losses during the past few days. Interesting. Right then. So let's see how long the magicians at Holy Loch can, or how quickly they can get them sorted. Right, so, soon after your landfall you are called to the Admiral's office where he congratulates you on a successful patrol. Lovely, not too bad. 47,000 tons sunk. We are rearming. NavOps has reason to believe that an enemy carrier task force will sail from Murmansk within 48 hours and attempt a breakout into the North Atlantic through the Iceland-UK gap. The carrier is armed with long-range cruise missiles and could wreak havoc on vital NATO supply convoys. As bad weather prevents airstrikes, you are ordered to intercept and destroy it. Locate and sink an enemy aircraft carrier and destroy its escorting warships. Right. So repair and oh my god, look at the hours in port. Holy fucking shit. Belgium conquered. The Warsaw Pact forces are now in total control of Belgium. After a massive and brutal series of assaults, the aggressors are demanding a unilateral ceasefire, yada 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 yada. In this week's edition of the International Defence Journal, General Macmillan writes on why neither side can claim to be winning. The war at sea remains unsettled as both sides maintain a maritime presence in important areas. 51 hours for repairs. Fucking hellfire. Can I even afford to grab stuff? I've got to grab stuff. Load up. Okay, 58 hours. We're losing ground. We are. Okay. Review orders. The Iceland-UK gap. Go. They're up here. I think we've lost them. I think they've broken out into the North Atlantic. Yeah, I think they're out. Last seen here, west of Ireland. I reckon they've broken out while we're in for repairs. Those 8 hours could have made the difference. Nope, they're gone. Discouraged to hear you lost this opportunity against such a high priority target, better luck next time. Enemy presence in this area will likely hinder transatlantic convoys. New orders will be sent after the reassessment of enemy capabilities and assumed intent. Further orders will be transmitted on the downlink. Okay, not good. Defeat at sea. Oh dear. A massive Soviet task force strikes in the North Atlantic have sunk an undisclosed number of merchant vessels and escorting warships. NATO spokesmen admit this strike group poses a major threat to all shipping in the region and that prior efforts to intercept it have failed. Reports indicate that the continuous supply of materials across the Atlantic to Western Europe is pivotal to the war effort. The loss of materials and ships seriously undermines NATO's ability to maintain war operations. Interesting. Okay, tactical situation. Intel believes enemy cruise missile submarines, having conducted successful operations against NATO convoys in the North Atlantic, will now attempt to transit the Greenland-Iceland-UK gap and return to port for repairs and rearm. Locate and sink the cruise missile submarines. Those cruise missile submarines likely went out with the carrier task force. We've just got to find them. We're going to hang around here at Tórshavn. They've got to come through the Greenland-Iceland gap. They're not going to go via the Denmark Strait. Fuck me, we're pissing ground here. The Warsaw Pact forces are now in total control of the Netherlands after a massive and brutal series of assaults. In this week's... Yep, same newspaper as last week, pretty much. Where are they? They're not coming through the Denmark Strait. That might be meeting up with them. If they cross the Sosus line, we'll know. But until they do, we don't know. This blue line here. As soon as they cross this blue line, we'll know where they are. We'll go to this side of the blue line. There. Moving to intercept. Got him. Right. Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 193, designated as Sierra 1. EXO reports our depths at 600 feet, heading 238. Speed is 20 knots. Local conditions are broken with a gentle breeze, and a strong surface duct and thermal layer are at 241 feet. All hands to battle stations, reshipped for silent running. We're hunting ourselves a submarine, or several, cruise missile, probably Charlies or Deltas. So we've got our work cut out here. On the off chance we're dealing with an Oscar, we could be, or even a Typhoon, but I doubt it.
Con, sonar, new contact bearing,
Oh,
263, designated Sierra 1.
Sierra 1, Mark I. Not expecting merchant
Con,
ships out
sonar,
here.
new contact bearing, 228, designated Sierra 2.
Victor 1,
Con,
likely an
sonar, new
escort.
contact bearing, 191, designated Sierra 3.
Victor 1, another ship. Usual signature. Charlie. Nicholas? Maybe not. Not a Sierra. Victor. Foxtrot. Whiskey. Dart. White match.
Con, sonar, Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
We're hunting big fish. Hull should be back up to 100%. Yep, back up to 100% hull. 2 leading SSNs with an SSGN in support. What's estimated depths? Above the layer, and above the layer. We'll go deep. Dive take us down to 1,200 feet.
Make depth 1200 feet. Dive high.
If anybody wants any idea of just how big the Oscar-class submarine is, I encourage you to just Google a picture. Google Images, Oscar-class submarine. And you should see this one that's partially dismantled at a dry dock, just to give you some sense of scale. They're big submarines. Big submarines.
Con sonar new contact bearing 228. Designated Sierra 4.
Sierra 4I. Hard to say what this doesn't look like a submarine. Possibly merchant. Wasn't expecting the merchant ship to be this far out. That looks like it. A humpback whale.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is classified as biologic.
Lovely. Alex said with the 5 bits to break the silence. Also, what's the difference between the torpedo types? I see you have 2 types loaded. So this is a mobile submarine simulator. So it basically acts as a decoy. When enemy torpedoes are targeting me, if this thing is in the water, it will target that instead. This type here, however, is your classic hit and go boom warhead kind of thing. So this one's your serious one. This is the dangerous one. Right. What type of submarine is mine? We are driving a Narwhal class submarine, SSN, experimental one with a quiet sonar suite, or a quiet nuclear reactor. That's it. Natural circulation S5G nuclear power plant in an attempt to make the ship quiet, and they've done a very good job at 115 decibels. Let's get ready to fire. Massive search. We'll go for the 2 Victors and then the Oscar. Ship's in silent running. They go active, they'll see me. We've got to engage now. It's going to be risky, but it's got to be done. Firing point procedures, bearing. We're just, yep. Firing point procedures, bearing 268. Range to enable 5,800 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire, tube 2.
Shoot, 2-2. Aye, sir.
Firing point
Sonar
procedures.
Sierra 4 is cavitating.
Yep, they heard
Con
it.
sonar
184,
Sierra 4
snapshot.
is cavitating.
Both weapons have cleared the tube and are running normally. Thank you very much there. 100 bits from Elf. Shoot the whale for another 100 bits. I'm not a sellout streamer. I wouldn't dare.
Con, dive at 1200 feet, dive I.
Both weapons are away. Hold current course. Take us down to 1,300 feet.
Make depth 1300 feet, dive I.
Reload Mark 48, tube 3. Oscar's attempting to run. You ready to see her? Here she is. She's a big girl.
Con, dive at 1300 feet, dive I.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Yeah, thick absolute unit, yeah. Is it dangerous? Yes. In fact, the Oscar's so big that there's actually 2 holes in here. It's just surrounded by a titanium casing. This is so if you look at my ship, we've just got a single hull construction.
Con sonar Sierra 4 is cavitating.
There's actually 2 holes in here, so that if one of them's breached, there's an entire other hull that the entire ship can be run from. So you really need 2 torpedoes to kill this thing, as a bare minimum. Adjust enable point of weapon 2. Adjust enable point of weapon 4. Both are running normally. No snapshots yet. Okay. Blasting me with active sonar, but they're running away. I'm learning things. Thanks, Quebec. Yeah, no problem. Are those windows on the Oscar? Yes, they are. Good spot. Don't think that's the Oscar. There we go. Yes, this actually here, this area here, there are windows. This is a free flood area. This, for the most part, is not used. All of this is flooded during submerged travel. This is only used once surfaced. That's why there's windows, because obviously it's not this clear under the ocean. You couldn't see this far. You barely see a few feet in front of you in most of the ocean. So yeah, this stuff is all flooded. It only gets drained once the ship has surfaced. A bit like the Kursk. It is the Kursk. It's exactly like the Kursk, because the Kursk was an Oscar class. Those Victor 1s are moving away at a hell of a speed, 32 knots. We're going to activate the weapons. So. Like so. So that they run faster. Weapon 2 looks to have found a target. Stick a DP-25 out, the old frying pan machine gun. Why not? Yeah, why the hell not? And go for the Oscar last. She's a big girl, she'll be easy to find. Moving up on the Victor 1.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 3.
Sierra 3
Con sonar,
has fired
launch transient
snapshots.
from Sierra 3.
Just gotta hope that I'm deep enough.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 253.
Sierra 3.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 183.
So I'll tell you a little bit about the torpedoes here while we're just waiting. Weapon data. This is all to do with the torpedoes down here. So weapon data 2, weapon 2.
Weapon countermeasure homing.
Course is changing. Course of the weapon. While it's in a search here, looking for that other Victor 1, Sierra 1, the course is going to change and then it's going to lock back on.
Weapon acquired. Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Just like that. 223 is the course. Range from our ship is 7.6, 7.7, and then 7.8 thousand yards. Bearing, so the contact that it is engaging, is at 259. Its RTE point is not enabled because it is already enabled. RTE standing for run to enable point, or run to enable, which means that's how far it will go before it activates, but it's already activated, so that's blank. And TTR is time to run, how much fuel is left. So this torpedo can run for another 19 more minutes.
Fire control, weapon acquired.
These torpedoes are coming right at me, but they're shallow, and I'm deep, 1,300 feet. I'm hoping they'll cruise right over the top of me, but it's hard to say, for sure. I'll wait for the torpedoes to find their marks. Active homing. As soon as we lose one, we can reload a Mark 48. Or fire another Mark 48 at the Oscar. This one looks like it's going to hit.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 254. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 182.
We're going to hold our current course, current depth, set to shallow search. Reload Mark 48 in tube 4.
Weapon acquired.
Firing point procedures, bearing 250, range to enable 13,000 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 3.
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
Weapon has cleared the tube and is running normally. Another weapon
Con
in the
sonar
water.
lost contact. Sierra 1, last bearing 2, 5, 1. Contact breaking up.
Let's reload another Mark 48. That weapon's gone active. Staying shallow. There goes the Victor. Gonna fire a decoy. Fire it that way. No, we're deep enough. We'll be fine. We'll keep hold of the decoy. We should be deep enough that these go right over the top of us, but again, it's hard to say for definite. Down they go. That's the Oscar. That's the other one. And way out there...
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
Sierra 2's fired. Okay.
Con sonar, new contact bearing.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Tube 5. Oh, sorry. Tube 4 ready. Reloading Tube 2. New signature, Mark Sierra 5. And for contact. Very, very faint signature. One would assume this is civilian. But as... oh yeah, it's a whale. Looks like a whale. Double bar signature in the middle, biologic. See how these two are doubled up? Humpback whale.
Con sonar, Sierra 5 is classified as biologic.
Biologic indeed. Okay. Weapons are incoming. Weapons are still on shallow. I reckon they're searching just below the thermal layer. There's us. Take us down that last 20 feet. Because our submarine is rated to go to a depth of 1320. 1,320 feet.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Get positive ballast. We'll hold here. 230 is about fine. That's test depth, that is, so 1,320 feet is what the ship has been tested or rated by the engineers to go to. Crush depth, where the ship critically fails, is for all intents and purposes unknown. They don't know exactly when the ship will crush, only that it's probably about 100, 200 feet below its test depth. That's only as deep as this ship is rated to go. Here they come. This one's going to be the issue. If an issue at all, it will be. We're going to get another weapon out on the target. Stand by. Ready, Tube 2. There we go. Surface search. Here. Firing point procedures. Bearing 253. Range to enable 12,600 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire Tube 2.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Yep, thought we would. Reload Tube 2. Mark 48 torpedo. Sometimes the wire can break. That's what we've suffered there. With any luck, we'll be fine. Who's that? Terence B. Welcome, sir. Welcome aboard. Okay. Where's that torpedo? There he is. Running nice and quietly down here in the deep. Current signature from our own ship. 3%, 4%, 12%. If we were to switch to this, for the contact, they're able to detect. That's what that is. So my own ship is running at 19% visibility at low frequency active and is not making any sound passively. The contact, is 9% low frequency and minus 4% low frequency passive. So, as of the minute, he can't detect me because this number is in the low frequencies.
Tube 2 ready.
But he can detect me with his low frequency active sonar, although it's a very, very weak signature. So we're visible to him, but he does not know exactly where. Remember, he did launch a torpedo not long ago, so he could well be waiting for us. Nor Phoenix, I believe the more playable subs mod adds swim out torpedoes. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm certain in fact, because I think they're on the not the Trafalgar, but the Astute. I'm pretty sure the Astute's got swim-out torpedoes. That Victor wreck is going to suck them up, and I don't think it will, because the enable point is after the wreck. But even though we're running really deep, the torpedoes. Here we go. The torpedo's just going to run right over it. Oh, here we go. Reactive fire. Fire deep. Half and half. Okay, it's time to make a maneuver. Change your enable point to just there. Just here. We've got to change course and sharpish. Helm, come south, bearing 180, 179.
179. Helm aye.
Bring us to 10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye. Con maneuvering. Making turns for 10.
No, hold current course, slow us down. We're going to lose the decoy.
5
Helm,
knots.
or sorry,
Maneuvering aye.
firing point procedures, bearing 288, range to enable 5,300 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 1.
Come right to 288. Helm aye.
Okay, no, that's not what I wanted. Fire over there.
Ship 2-1. Aye, sir.
Had the helm selected. So just skimming round the nose of the ship, we fired a decoy. We're going to move away from it. Helm, come 163.
Come left to 163. Helm aye.
Reload MOSS 21. Still tracking the Oscar. This is the target, so we've got to stay on it. I'm here to back you up on that statement. Swim out ad caps are crazy, and they are indeed included in that mod. Perfect. How long have I been playing Cold Waters for? We've been going for about 2.5 hours now. Are sea mines and laying of them still a thing in the modern military? I'm not sure. I really don't have an answer for that. Possibly. Need him to get a much greater distance than he is. We're going to go to 10 knots.
Make turns for 10 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Activate this weapon.
Con
Get it
helm.
running to its top
Steady
speed.
course.
18 minutes of fuel remaining. Have I tried using voice attack with Cold Waters? I've not, to be fair. There's quite a lot of variables that you need to set up, like a load. Like, for example, look, as a fire control thing, look how analog this input is. Like, I would have to set up a voice command for 247, 248, 249, 260. I'd have to set up 360 voice commands just for bearing, and then, like, fucking, like, how many voice commands for distance? Like, it's just too analog. Q smells. Right back at you, Jayfish. Or Jive Crayfish, even. Thank you very much, mate. Cheers for the 100 bits. Okay. Let's see whether this fucker's taken the bait. Doesn't even look like... Yep, it doesn't even look like he's going to detect it. Good. Well, better safe than sorry. Turn this way then. I'm right bearing 252.
Come right to 252. Helm aye.
No, he has seen it. Then away.
Come left to 163. Helm aye.
Head standard.
Make turns for 15 knots. Maneuvering aye. Come left to 146. Helm aye.
Hello chat, hi at Long Live Quebec. Happy New Year from Germany.
Helm.
No worries, mate.
Steady
Thank you very
course.
much. Hope you had a good New Year. Get Google or Alexa to help. Alexa, shoot tube 1 at Sierra 4. I wish. Google will eventually be there. Passive searched. Interesting. The Russians don't normally fire on passive. That is really interesting.
Con, sonar, torpedo in the water, torpedo in the water, bearing 310.
Oh, you're joking. How has it detected us? Swam right past it. Anus. That's what I get for shooting a decoy. Lit myself up like a Christmas tree. What's the depth of the Oscar? The depth is deep. Wow, wowee. Okay, the Oscar's come down to 900 feet. All ahead flank Cavitec. Coming up to 22 knots. You've catapulted it at myself, yeah. I'm not very good with these decoys. It's no secret. Let's get a knuckle.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 263. Contact faded.
Give me the knuckle. Give me a formed knuckle. And again, I'm just fishtailing here. Yep, okay. Reload tube 3. Okay. Have I ever been in a submarine IRL? No, I haven't. I can't say I have. I think maybe once at a museum, like part of a submarine, but I think that's about it. I've never served on a submarine. They don't take, you know, they don't take people like me on submarines. Are these voice mods or is the game updated? No, Coop. I'm just literally just for the sake of narration. Just telling you what I'm doing. I didn't get confused by that. Let's get a knuckle then.
Con, knuckle formed.
Knuckle formed. Wash created by the propeller. I only hope that that torpedo finds its mark on the Oscar. He's still going active. I wonder if we could find him with our
torpedo room
active sonar.
2-3.
Con sonar switching to active search.
It's a bit loud, sorry about that. We're going to try and find him with active search. Right. Ah! Don't turn right, you were meant to turn left. Holy fucking
Knuckle
shit.
formed. Passing 1,300 feet.
Fucking Jesus. With the formed knuckle. Goodness gracious, man.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Fine, it's fine.
Passing 1,100 feet.
I really thought it was going to go the other way. Right, let's just get above it.
Passing 1,000 feet. Con, knuckle formed. Passing 900 feet.
I really wasn't expecting it to come that way. I was expecting it to go the other way.
800 feet.
Oh dear.
Passing 700 feet.
Why you scream?
Passing 600 feet.
600 feet, alright. Start slowing us down.
Make turns for
Release the
5
ship
knots.
from
Maneuvering eye.
that running.
Passing 400 feet.
Okay, nose down.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra.
Passing 300 feet.
Con sonar regained. Come left to 266 helm
No, it's lost it. Damn.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
I don't think I set this one to circular search. I wonder what it's doing. Did I set this to circular search? I don't remember setting this one to circular search. And alas, it's gone into a circular search. How deep is the Oscar? Deep. Let's go up. 150 feet.
Make depth 150 feet. Dive by.
Okay. The Oscar's the target. That's the one I need to sink. Let's fire some fresh torpedoes at it. Set them to deep search.
Con, helm, steady course.
Firing point procedures 271. Range to enable 19,000 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
This is going to take a while. All stop.
Make turns for 0
I don't want to go
knots.
too far away
Maneuvering
from the
eye.
torpedo that's underneath me, otherwise it will see me. See, he's deep, so he's evading this torpedo.
Con, dive at 150 feet. Dive.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Oh. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. The Oscar has revealed himself to the Mark 48 ADCAP torpedo. Hello,
Sonar,
hello,
noisemaker bearing
hello.
271.
He's over here. Hello. Good news. Right. That might have saved the day. Oh god, not the cyanide poem. Oh dear. Right. How are the Japanese whaling operations going in the Giwik area? Not too bad, not too bad. Okay. So we've got a positive trace. It's all very interesting, isn't it? It's all very interesting. Right. Yes. I'd be a terrible submarine captain. Just sitting in my office making weird
Sonar,
noises.
Noisemaker bearing 270.
The signature's masked. We're not entirely sure, but thanks to the gift of third-person cameras, we can assume that he's somewhere over here. Do it. Tracking target. What is the most
Sonar,
interesting
lost
thing for me?
contact.
Just, I
Sierra
don't know,
2,
it's
last
just...
bearing 269.
It's
Contact
not
evaded.
necessarily strategy, because I'm not that great at strategy. I'm not good at strategy. What I am good with is tactics. Like, I can do tactics, but I can't do strategy.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing.
And this is a very
2,
tactical
6,
game,
9.
knowing how to react to incoming fire, when to change course, and so on. Can you try doing the hiss... Sorry, Mr. Anthony Hopkins did at the end of The Silence of the Lambs? I can't remember. What hiss was that? The one where he goes... I can't... That could be. I could be confused there. Right, come on. Find your mark. Find your mark. Or has he lost him again? He's vanished. Where the hell has he gone? Do a barrel roll. Torpedo's lost him again. Being driven by a very capable captain, this guy. Interesting. Interesting. Unless it hit already. Which is an interesting proposition. Or maybe it ran out of fuel. Oh. It's quite possible. Oh. No, that sounded like a bulkhead hit. The Oscar's been hit. Did you hear that? The bulkhead. The groaning of metal. Set it to active search. Make it go a bit deeper. It's going to search below it. Going to hold at about 300 feet and search below.
Con sonar regained contact on
Ooh.
Sierra 2,
Ooh.
bearing 268.
Somehow I don't think it's accurate. Is that your best guess? Really? Unless it's just like fucking rocket propel. Oh dear. Yeah, one hull down.
Oh, yeah.
That's more like it. Thank you very much there to Phoenix. Damn, missed the notification for your stream. Catch you on the VOD. Here's to another year of streams. Thank you very, very much, Phoenix. Hope you enjoy, mate. 15 months. Fucking hell. OG. OG Phoenix. Wow, Engage the sorry, I went full Brummy on you. The hyperdrive. Engage the hyperdrive. Oh dear. We know he's somewhere here. We know he's damaged. Question is, where is he? And that's the answer of this evening. Let's go. I don't really want to go active on sonar because it means I've got another torpedo to evade, but
Con sonar, switching to active search.
let's try and find him. Let's go snaking search on this torpedo. Where are you, Mr. Oscar? Right, let's line up on his node and just gun for it. Is he still running at top speed? 12 minutes of fuel left in this torpedo. I don't know whether I'll catch him. I really don't think I'll catch him. God, he's fucking screaming out of there. That can't be accurate. He can't be that far away. Can I get after him?
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Can't get after that. He's like a meteorite.
Con maneuvering, making turns for 2,
Yeah, he's
5 knots.
Oh, we've got to get him. Oh, buggering hell. He's shallow. I've got that on him at least. Come here, you anus.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Come right to 274, helm aye.
Give chase. It's probably too late. Stop! Stop now! He's faster than me.
Con
I can
sonar,
only hope
lost
that he slows
contact.
down.
Sierra 5, last bearing.
Make turns for 5.
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Passing over one of the wrecks, I think.
Con sonar, switching to passive search.
Passive search. Here. He's here. I don't think we hit him, but I think we can try. Look at that, we're on the max range of our torpedoes. I think this is the fish that got away.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
I've got to try and catch him. Take us deeper. 600 feet.
Make depth 600 feet, dive aye.
On the max
Con
range.
sonar, no longer cavitating.
He's making a run back for the
Con,
Atlantic.
dive at 600 feet,
I don't have
dive
anything
aye.
that can hit him. Damn. Phoenix, 15 months ago, you still mispronounced my name, you brummy. More like Phoenix. With an F. Sorry, oh, Sphinx, is it? Oh, it's Finks. Oh, right, not Phoenix. It's Finks. It is actually Finks. He's on the surface radar. He's not on the surface. He's not surfaced. Let's come up to PD.
Make depth 5 feet, dive aye.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
We'll come up to PD and see what I can do about it. I don't think I'll be able to do much. We've got to slow down to 10
Make
knots.
turns for 10 knots.
5
Make
knots.
turns for
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
Oh! Oh!
Con sonar,
Ooh.
regained contact on Sierra.
Dive at 5 feet, dive aye.
Con sonar, regained contact on Sierra 5, bearing 06.
Maybe we can get him.
Con maneuvering.
Look at him go.
Making turns for 5 knots.
So we did hit him. He can't shoot back though. That's awesome. Right.
Make turns for
Con sonar, we are cavitating. Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4.
Let's slow us down back to 5 knots.
make turns for
Con sonar, no longer cavitating.
I've got to fire a torpedo. I'm going to fire a missile at him. Start reloading these other missiles.
Con sonar, regained contact.
I wonder if this will hit
on
him.
Sierra 5.
I really
bearing
don't know whether
0,
this will hit him.
6, 4.
But a man can dream. It's what I need. Here we go.
con
Firing point
maneuvering,
procedures.
making turns
Bearing
for 5
275.
knots.
Range to enable 37,500 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire. Tube. 4.
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Here's hoping. You need a top down or it will hit the water. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. We can fire a top down if this one doesn't work. This guy's got a long flight. Reload harpoon. We politely... I can't catch him. I literally can't catch him. Blimey. Here we go.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Tube 2 indeed. We can't handle his flooding. No sign of him. Speed up time a little bit. Just a little bit.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
I see him. Dun 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 dun. Here we go. Where are you going, son? What? Oh no, it is struggling to find him. Let's go for a top-down search. Let's make it narrow. Let's fire it just ahead of him because he's at 30 knots. Fire another one. 42,000
Shoot tube
yards.
4. Aye, sir.
Reload harpoon. We've got to get him with this. 10 knots.
Con sonar, we are cavitating.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 5. Last bearing.
don't think it's
0,
gonna be able to
6,
find him.
2. Contact faded.
No. No. Just missing. Oh, just slightly too far ahead of him. Bet you he's shitting his pants. Look at him go. Right, another one. Go narrow. Search like that. Just...
Shoot tube 4. Aye, sir.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 4. Last bearing 1, 4, 3. Contact faded.
Give me the kill. Give me the kill. Give me the kill. It's just not doing it. I can't get any closer than this though.
Shoot tube 4.
Oh,
Aye, sir.
Fuck's sake. It's just trying to zoom in.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
Top down. Top down isn't going to make much of a difference here. Like it's not going into the top down search.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2
I'll try
ready.
one with top down.
Con, torpedo room, tube 4 ready.
Oh, you're in Ames. Right. Top down.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
We'll get him. We'll get him. We'll get him. We've got to sink him. We've got to sink him.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Getting further and further and further and further and further away. I'm so upset. I'm so upset. I keep going till I've run out of missiles.
Shoot tube 2. Aye, sir.
I'm out of missiles. Here's hoping. Fire, yeah, that's what I've done. Fired long down the track.
Con, torpedo room, tube 2 ready.
Give it to me, please. Tube 4, I know, that's my last chance.
Con sonar regained contact on Sierra 4, bearing 130. Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 2, last bearing 275. Contact breaking up.
Finally. Oh! It only took like $6.5 million US taxpayers' dollars to sink it. Oh, with only one chance remaining. Oh! Holy fucking shit. Well, leave combat. Yeah, boy. Nice. Very pleased to hear. Fuck off. Oh. Oh my god. I can't believe it. It's just...
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Oh, shit. Okay. Very pleased to hear that you dealt with those subs with determination and resolve. It's goddamn right. Remember that for every enemy vessel we take out, it means a safer transit for our troops. Good work and await additional orders. Well, bugging me. Lovely. Oh, yes. The Secretary of the Navy takes great pleasure in awarding the Navy Commendation Medal to Commander Quebec, Commanding Officer of the USS Narwhal, for meritorious service while serving as Commanding Officer of the USS Narwhal SSN 671. Quebec's numerous accomplishments, inspiring leadership and steadfast devotion to duty are in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. Holy fucking shit. Pickman, congratulations, my man. Well played. A pleasure to watch. Thank you for brightening my day. No worries, Pickerman. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I didn't. That was awful. It was the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I couldn't. It's just. I'm glad it did. I thought there was a split second before it hit that I thought it was going to go over the top. I said, couldn't believe it. I went, a medal for wasting money, that's right. So, sub-killers. Incidents involving attacks on transatlantic convoys by hostile submarines in and around Murmansk have rapidly diminished. An anonymous spokesperson suggested increased NATO submarine operations in the area are a contributing factor. However, the Pentagon has denied such claims. Without the threat of attack from submarines, transatlantic crossings are becoming more efficient and suffering fewer losses. If this improved influx of supplies and war materials can be sustained, NATO forces will be in a position to take the fight all of the way back to the Iron Curtain. As you'll see right there, 100 bits with achievement unlocked, Sharpshooter. Lovely. Oh my god. Oh god. Jesus. Right. Send that to Jive Turkey with the caption, but can you do this? Oh man, that was awful. Right. Tactical situation. Intelligence estimates indicate that enemy Spetsnaz commandos will land from submarine in the vicinity of Spitsbergen. In Spitsbergen. They intend to report our sub-movements and perhaps sabotage a naval base. You are ordered to intercept them and eliminate them before they land. They're going to Spitsbergen. Perfect. Let's try and mow for an intercept. Spitsbergen. Where the fuck is that? Where? Where the fuck am I looking? Trondheim, Narvik, Andøya. Okay, it's all the way up here. Okay, I've got to get through the Norwegian Sea. Going around. Shit. Right, Captain, we have a new sonar contact bearing 4, designated as Sierra 1. Drinking. Ooh. Loud, deliberate gurgle. Right. Okay. Yeah, there. Sorry. XO reports our depth is at 600 feet, heading 089. Speed is 20 knots, broken with a gentle breeze. Strong surface duct and a moderate thermal layer at 208 feet. All hands to battle stations.
Lost contact.
Rig ship for silent running. Ambient noise is 81 decibels. Sonar, take a sounding. Total water depth is beyond 3,000 feet.
323. Designated Sierra 1.
Sierra 1I. We're in deep water
Con
here.
sonar new contact bearing 003. Designated Sierra 2. Con sonar new contact bearing 326. Designated Sierra 3.
November class submarine. Mark.
Con sonar Sierra 1 is classified as submerged submarine.
Sierra 2 looks a little bit more civilian. Not a Juliet. I would say civilian for Sierra 2. White. Trawler, I guess. Yeah. Mark.
Con sonar Sierra 3
This
is
looks
classified as merchant.
Normally it's double Novembers. Today it looks like we've got a Victor 2.
Con sonar Sierra 2 is classified as submerged submarine.
Estimated depths 400 feet and 500 feet. Okay. Either we go much deeper or we go up. Let's go up. 150 feet, please dive.
Make depth 150 feet, dive high.
I love you like the close to the mic shit, did you? Yeah, it's not ideal this. Right, they're moving this way. November's moving this way. Victor's moving this way.
Oh, yeah.
The Nemet, 6 months. Hope to see you here more. Well, that's the plan anyway. Again, yeah, for people that like, Jesus, it's not Divinity. What's he doing? Part of sort of a New Year's resolution kind of thing. I'm planning to do some more streams, kind of thing. I really shouldn't be streaming for this long because I don't want to do like Burnout or anything like that on certain games. But I'm quite enjoying this at the moment. This will probably be the last one though. I will say, for the sake of impartiality, I'll probably do this one and then finish up for the night, and we'll play here. I'm not sure whether I'm doing anything this evening because this has been quite a long one, all things considered. I tried to sort of stream for about 2 hours because not least for the sake of Burnout, but at least for the sake of how to put it. At least for the sake of watching it. Yeah, a 3.5 hour VOD is quite long. You know what I mean? It's quite a chore to sit and watch a whole 3.5 hours. People could sort of skip through them, but sort of 2 hours, an hour and a half. That's about right. You can watch that kind of thing. Right.
Passing 200 feet.
The last Cold Water stream ever again? No, of course not. We'll play some more. We're coming up to 150 feet. We're above the layer now. The trick here is to stay relatively hidden. Let's point our sonar array at them. 347.
Come left 2.
Elf says, could you play XCOM Enemy Within? The meld one. The meld one. Yes, Enemy Within. At some point, yeah, we can do that. I do prefer the first one. I don't know why. I didn't. Yeah, the second XCOM's good. But there's just that, you know, like old people heroin nostalgia. I just love the first one. I don't know why. Quebec, on that map you saw before with the blue and red tanks, boats, etc. Sorry? On the map that you saw before with the blue and red tanks, but oh, I see. Does that react on your performance? So basically, we are the only like NATO naval asset that is that is kind of like actively playing. It's like one thing that's a little bit annoying. I wish I was part of like a fleet or something a bit more dynamic, but we're the only blue thing you're going to see. The tanks that are on land represent naval bases or areas that are occupied by NATO. If it's a red tank, it's occupied by Warsaw Pact. They don't necessarily just represent tanks, but they represent ground forces, you know, area of influence. So, for example, like the UK and stuff like that, and most of Norway, that's under NATO control at the moment, but the Russians will push in until NATO can get a decent supply of war materials to the front line. The fight is going to be consistently on their side. I think I've...
Make turns for... Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Get back down there, it's fine. We'll get it. I thought I clicked 150 feet.
Make depth 150 feet, dive by.
Get your head back down there. What are you playing at? Just slink back below the waves? Like Homer Simpson fading into that bush, mate. He's gone.
Con maneuvering, making turns
Right.
for 5 knots.
No worries.
Con sonar, new contact bearing 337, designated Sierra 4.
Likely not hostile. We'll maneuver to his baffles, heading, come right? Come right bearing 012?
Come left 2.
Left 2.
012, helm aye.
Tiny bit left. We can take these guys down. We've got the torpedo stores. We should be fine. Don't have any UGMs. Be nice.
Con, helm, steady course.
But alas, we don't. Waiting to wave hello to the Bear bombers. No hostile air contacts in this mission. Not willing to come this far into NATO territory, it would seem. Right, we're going to loose a torpedo, I believe. Estimated depth of Sierra 2 is deep. So we'll set the target search to deep. Passive homing. Firing point procedures. Bearing 344.
150 feet, dive by.
150 feet, can't I? Range to enable 4,100 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 3.
Shoot tube 3. Aye, sir.
Weapon has cleared the tube and is running normally. I can only hope that the audio...
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 2.
Sierra 2. Will he have launched shallow? That's my only thinking. Hard to say for sure. I would wager he has. I would wager that's a shallow search. We'll fire this over here, and we'll go down and deep. So fire tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
We'll go down. Take us down, please, dive. Full drop on ballast, full drop on planes. Sink out the boat. We'll likely lose the wire. But that's alright. Reload tube 1. Releasing ship from silent running.
Passing 200 feet.
200 feet, aye. Sound the alarm. Yep. 3 bursts of klaxon, or just 2 bursts. Let the crew know that we're ready for a steady ascent. Well, I say steady. It's not a crash
Passing
dive, but it's as
300
close
feet.
as. Wire break, reload tube 3. Mark 48 torpedo. Down we go.
Con sonar, Sierra 2.
Passing 400 feet.
Right then. Well, minus 15% hull probably meant that we borrowed someone else's, yeah. The torpedo, as it exploded, like instant welded,
Passing
and it patched up the
500
hole.
feet.
They're actually surfacing. Curious. No reaction from the November yet.
Passing 600 feet.
600 feet, aye.
torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
We've got to go deep, deep.
Passing
come
700 feet.
Left 309.
Come left to 309. Helm aye.
Passing 800 feet.
Right. Okie dokie.
Passing 900 feet.
900 feet high. Let's take some bubble off the boat, reduce the planes to 0, keep ballast at -30. We'll sink the boat, but on the flattened level. Torpedoes. Just crossed paths with each other. Mine shallow.
Passing 1,000 feet.
Is deep. Torpedo is running very deep. Let's not hang around. Helm, bring us to a head full, 20 knots. We're going to come left.
20 knots.
We're going to get out of the way.
Maneuvering aye.
Con, torpedo room, tube 3 ready.
Depth alone isn't going to be enough to evade that.
Con sonar lost contact. Sierra 3, last bearing 314. Contact faded.
Sink those guys already because I need to get on with work. Yes, sir. We'll endeavour to do so.
Passing 1,200 feet.
Con maneuvering. Making turns.
The November class is
20 knots.
designated as Cyrillic by the Soviets, which means whale in Russian. So I know what to do. Beautiful. There we go. Natural enemy. He's gone active. Going up.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect. He's gone shallow. Saru, holy shit. Hello, hello. Oh, and you've got your Twitch, you've got your power clipper thing back. Fire! Oh dear. Right. Okay. Let's tiptoe this way. Just hope. Far enough away from this motherfucker. With any luck, we are. We get-
Passing 1,400 feet.
Ooh. It's fine, don't worry about it. Glad they've got those little
Passing
alerts.
1,400 feet.
Up we come. Hold at 1,300.
Make depth 1,300 feet. Dive high.
All good? Question mark? Maybe, possibly, could be. You're running that passive.
Oh, yeah.
Frosties, 1997. Very topical. Very topical. 1997. Frosties. The cereal, is it? Perfect. Well, thank you very much, sir, for the Twitch Prime sub. Enjoy your emotes, mate. Very kind.
Dive at 1,300 feet. Dive high.
Right. Turn the screws for 5 knots.
Make turns for 5 knots. Maneuvering aye.
Helm come right bearing 326.
Come right to 326. Helm aye.
Closer these guys to each other. Jesus, look at this. They're going to shake hands.
Con maneuvering. Making turns for 5 knots.
I don't think this is going to find them. It's just a little bit off course. We're going to loose another one. Firing point procedures. Bearing 334. Range to enable 9,500 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 3.
Shoot 2-3. Aye, sir.
Deep. Surface search. I'm going to look above. Okay. Let's have a look. Kind of hoping this will find that November. It's going the right way.
Con, helm, steady course.
Entirely a possibility the November hasn't detected this yet. They are closing with each other. Not really, they're more running parallel. Annoying, but that's what torpedo evasion asks for. Set this torpedo to run. Get it to run straight. It's going to come up. I'm going to set it at about 400 feet to run level.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 336.
336, the noisemaker could give him away. That might actually bring the torpedo over. Let's see whether the noisemaker was the right decision. Nope, hasn't taken the bait. The ad cap's missed its mark. If it doesn't see it now, it never will. Last chance. Cavitation, noisemaker. Passive homing, any chance? No, sir. Successful
Con
evasion
sonar, noisemaker
on behalf of the
bearing
Russian Navy.
335.
Got another weapon coming in. We're going to loose another one. Like so. Surface search. Active homing. Firing point procedures bearing 331. Range to enable 11,000 yards. Ship ready, tube ready, fire tube 1.
Shoot tube 1. Aye, sir.
Weapon away. I can't steer this one anymore. This one's basically dumb fire now. It's running on its own. Missed its opportunity to home there, unluckily as well, because it was set up right, it's just a little bit off target. Torpedoes are running. I've got them at the end of a gun barrel here. We've got them at the end of a torpedo. They should be in reasonable trouble. I've funneled them together as a result of that snaking torpedo over there. I'm hoping these two will deliver the killing blows. Lovely. Not too bad. Cheers, Saru. Yep, we're gonna get there. We'll get there eventually. Eventually. Oh dear.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 351.
Ooh. 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 Ooh.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as submerged submarine.
Ooh. 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 Very nice. Right, adjust weapon 3. Use your words, Q. I didn't know he was there. Happy days.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Now, I forget what this one enables. When does this one enable? It's set to search shallow. I feel like I should keep weapon 3 to chase the Victor 2. I feel it's more likely that this one will find the November. But I'll fire this one over.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 353.
Beautiful. All planned, yeah. All along. This guy... No, not this guy. This guy's tracking the November. We want you to track him. This one, I want to go after him. All very interesting. This is not the Commandos, but this is a hunter-killer group.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 354.
Go on, son. That looks very positive. Looks like we might have a hit there.
Con sonar, launch transient from Sierra 1.
Sierra 1's fired. Got a snapshot. Helm come left, bearing 260.
Come left to 260. Helm aye.
Get that on the Victor. 19 minutes of fuel. Got loads of time. I need you to enable, like today. That'd be swell. Well, he's fired in totally the wrong direction. Where are you going, sweetheart? Right, hold current course. Right.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 356.
I feel it will activate. Go on, activate, you sucker. Go on. As soon as this warhead turns yellow and or white, we're active. Go on. Go on. Get fucking do it.
Con sonar, Sierra 4 is classified as submerged submarine.
Go on, you motherfucker. Go on. Go on. Well, I genuinely can't remember where I put the enable point. Too much, like any second now would be perfect. Like right now, that would be great. Like any second.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 357.
He's doing work up. That's a Victor 3. Eich. Eich. Looks like we've got a misfire. Yeah, this isn't going to find him now. We'll snapshot another one then. Firing point procedures.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 320.
Maybe tracking there? Oh, that's this guy. Jesus, yeah, he's absolutely flying around. Oh, that looks bad for him. He danced for as long as he could.
Con sonar, noisemaker
But the
bearing
knife found his heart.
357.
He's gone. Okay, this isn't any use to us anymore. Our other weapon, weapon 3, is going to be good to chase down that Victor.
Weapon countermeasure homing.
But that's all. We need a new weapon. We're going to fire it on the November. Line up for November depth. He's just above us, but we're going to have it run at the same depth as us. Firing point procedures bearing 302. Range to enable 6,200 yards. Ship ready. Tube ready. Fire tube 1.
Con, fire control, we've lost the wire.
Again with the lost wires. Yeah, I could have been... why did we lose the wire? Literally shot it in a straight line. Unlucky. What's that circle? It's their predicted path of attack, if you like, or... Oh, hello. We've lost him. Get over here.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
Get over there. Hunt him down. Struggling to lock over there, but he's found something. Let's see how we do. Okay.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 323.
Found it again. Come on. Come on.
Con, fire control, weapon acquired.
One at a time. Why is it the November giving me all the grief? He's not got a very good suite, the November.
Con, torpedo room, tube 1 ready.
Where are you? Jesus. What did you say? 107 meters, Jesus. Trout cheek, medium frequency, and high frequency active. Yeah, no wonder he's not finding us. Ooh, Victor 2 did a good job there. Let's spin this in. Got manual control
Con
of the
sonar,
torpedo. there.
noisemaker bearing 323.
Con, fire control, weapon countermeasure homing.
Ooh. 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 Do I have enough fuel? Probably not. Do I? Do I? Do I? Yes. I do have enough fuel.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 283.
Nice.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 322.
Ooh. Okay, well this one did find its mark, but this one hasn't, interestingly. This one's lost him. Okay. Do I have enough fuel to turn it the other way? Let's try that. I want to get away from this. I don't want my own torpedo
Come
coming
right
back at me,
to
actually.
044. Helm I.
Is this a 200 IQ play? No, I'm afraid it isn't.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 281.
That's us. Ugh.
Come right to 073. Helm I.
Find your mark. Find your mark.
Con sonar,
Perfect.
lost contact.
Whew.
Sierra 1.
Oh my
last
god, in the
bearing
box.
283.
5,000
Contact
bits,
breaking
man.
up.
Thank you for blowing myself up. That, nearly did. Nearly did. Okay. How much fuel has this got left? 9 minutes. Can we chase this guy down in 9 minutes?
Con, helm, steady course.
Come on, son. Come on. 6 minutes. 6 minutes. 6 minutes of fuel. Chasing this number down here. Where is it? Where is it? Where'd he go? Where is he?
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
There he is.
315. Con sonar, noisemaker bearing 315.
2 minutes of fuel. I'm gonna have to drive this one. Here we go. Here we go. What are you doing? You weren't ready for that, were you? Yeah, anus. Here we go.
Con sonar, noisemaker bearing
Lovely.
314.
Fucking perfect. Right. Happy days are here again. Right. This way.
Come right to.
Go 15 knots.
Make turns for
Perfect.
15.
Oh my god.
Maneuvering eye.
Oh, kill me now. Jesus Christ. Well, job's a good one.
Con sonar, lost contact. Sierra 3, last.
Last.
Con, maneuvering.
Beautiful.
Making turns for
Helm steady
1,
course.
5,
Speed up
9.
time. And we'll just get away. Let's go ahead full.
Make turns
Ahead full,
for
20 knots.
20 knots. Maneuvering eye.
Oh my god. Right. Are we far enough away from contact? We are. Leave combat. All contacts engaged. 7 Mark 48s remain. Excellent results, but this is not our mission target. Absolutely right. And with that, I click the save button many times, and I'm going to go and slip into a coma, I think. Jesus, that took forever. Good God. Well, thank you very much for dropping in. God, that's 3.5 hours. My goodness. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Thank you for dropping in. Thank you for enjoying this slice of cold waters with me. Hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. West Germany's totally fallen.
Oh,
Denmark's hanging on in there.
yeah.
We've got Scandinavia. We've got all of these guys sort of still rooting for NATO there, so hopefully they're going to be able to do a decent job, but we shall see. Oh, my God, in the box again. 5,000 bits. GG, mate. I'm generally a VOD watcher because I live in the US, so I've been waiting to give me that. Oh, that's very kind, mate. Well, thank you very much. Honestly, that means a hell of a lot, man. Cheers, dude. I don't know what else to say. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, that man there. No, cheers, mate. I really appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you, hanging on to them for me. So yeah, I'm gonna bugger off for a bit. Thank you again for everybody that's dropped in. Again, a lot of people I imagine have clicked onto the old Showy at Wumble page there and have found them through me. But I do sort of, am planning to occasionally stream a bit more. I'm that divinity cunt, if you don't know me. So yeah, thanks very much, and I shall catch you all tomorrow sometime, probably after work or the day after, where we'll play some more games. So yeah, thanks again, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye.
Oh yeah.